TorgyTalk. 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 All right, and we're live.
Cool.
All right, welcome back to TorgyTalk, everybody. Sorry for the radio silence on social media and on here. I've shit's been happening. That's all you need to know. But everything's all good. We're back. So with me, it's long overdue. We've been talking about it for a while, but welcome to the podcast, Sam Barry.
Thank you for having me, man. It's an honor to be here on TorgyTalk.
Yeah, it's good to have you. I know we've talked about it for quite some time now, and I just popped back up into the scene recently. So yeah, so I ran into you. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I'm glad you came.
Yeah, I catch you doing reps at Glenwood open mic.
Yeah, no,
Getting back into it.
That was the first time I went to 4 last week. That was nice.
Go.
So I'm going to try to do 3 minimum this week. I want to try to get to Easy Bar on Wednesday. I just decided to go home.
Yeah. I get that.
Which I feel bad because I messaged Kaylee Horton.
Yeah.
I guess her dad died. I just saw that today on Facebook
fuck.
or Instagram.
I saw
that's why she wasn't there.
Why.
That's why she never got back to me on Wednesday. So
That sucks.
yeah, oops. But I mean, it's not like I knew. But anyway, yeah, that's another reason why I didn't go there because I was like, I'm not going to that if I don't have a guaranteed spot because that list is like 30 plus.
Well, how far is your commute? You're like what, like 50 minutes, an hour out?
So I mean, to each mic that I went to this week, it took me about 1 hour and 15 to get to it, and then about an hour to get back.
I used to drive.
If I didn't stop to get food, because like I wasn't eating dinner and I was leaving at like 5, and then I would just eat dinner on the way home.
Yeah.
So
I used to hate commutes like that because I'm coming from the south suburbs, so like especially during like rush hour, it's like at least an hour for me. But
what town do you live in?
I'm in Western Springs right now.
Western, I never even heard of that.
It's like right off of 294 and Ogden Avenue.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know where that's at.
It's a little small, creepy white town. It's like it's not like one of those like sundown towns, but like it's got a little creepy white aura to it. You know what I mean? I mean, good people, but they could diversify it just a tad.
Okay, so how far are you from the Red Room then?
Oh God, Red Room's like, if I'm lucky, it's probably like 55 minutes for me.
Oh damn. Okay. All right.
So yeah, getting up to Rogers Park sucks.
Damn. So you're what, like southwest of the city then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you ever even heard of Johnsburg besides the lake house when you went for the showcase?
No, but it was dope. I mean, it's a nice town.
It's a little golf cart town, man.
Yeah, it's peaceful. I feel like obviously like cities have different energies, but like I feel my anxiety being reduced as I get farther out here.
I love it out here. So I actually grew up in this town. I went to the high school and everything, like literally. So I literally grew up not even a mile from here is where my house was.
You play football for your high school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yep.
nice.
Yeah, I played.
I just guessed. You don't look like a tennis guy.
No, I played quarterback.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good shit.
But I literally grew up in this neighborhood, and then my wife really wanted to move back to Johnsburg because my brother and his wife and kids live across the bridge, and then my mom and stepdad just bought a house over by the high school, and we were looking for houses, and it was either McHenry or here, and my wife's like, "Oh, come on, golf carts. Your parents live over there." I'm like,
sold.
So I know, it's just so weird. Like, I've ridden my bike down this road probably more than my car. I think still to this, and I've been here since October.
Yeah,
is when we bought this place. So
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, it's cool to be back. Before you leave, I'll show you my golf cart. It's pretty fucking.
Yeah, dude, let me check it out. I golf myself a little bit, so
yeah, I wish I could golf right now, but I can't as of what happened. So
damn. Yeah,
so no more for the summer for me.
Dude, I was at the range today, and I got like a jammed finger, and it's just like swollen up. It's so freaking fat right now.
Yeah.
It's like the whatever. It's the wedding finger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So obviously, like, it's not meant to be. But today I was at the range, just like hitting off like 100 balls, and I looked down my hand, it just ballooned up. I'm like, yeah, I'm done for the day. I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, that's one thing with my back. I can't do even before everything. I can't go to the range for more than 30 balls.
Yeah,
that's it. So like, what I would do for like before I play, if the course has a range, I'd hit 30 balls, and then I would just chip and putt.
Yeah, that's still fun.
But I would I used to be I would do league every Monday with my buddy Joel, and I would do I'd get off at 3:00, and the course was 5 minutes from work, so I'd be at the course at 3:05, and I would literally play practice 9.
Wow.
I'd play practice 9.
That's nice.
And then 4:30 would be around, and then Joel would get there for league at 5, and we'd play our regular 9.
That's a great way to end your day.
It's a great way to end a Monday.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, so it's kind of heartbreaking that I can't do it anymore. Honestly, it really sucks.
Hey, don't give up on it.
But,
I mean, like
hey,
in the future.
I'll be back next year. I'll be good. Yeah, we'll play next year. But like I said, dude, I was just starting to get into a groove too, man. Dude, my short game was on fucking fire. Like I just got my new wedges this year, so I got all TaylorMade irons and TaylorMade.
Nice.
I got TaylorMade high toe wedges.
Okay.
They're like the new they're supposed to be the best wedge for recreational golfers because they're the most forgiving wedge because they have so much weight on the toe.
Nice.
And the whole face on the 54 and 58 degree wedge is all grooves. The entire face, not just like a section like normal clubs.
That's nice.
The entire face. And
so you're going to catch it every time.
And it gets rusty.
Oh, okay.
So it gets grippy over time.
That's what the pros are. Like, if you
yeah.
see their clubs, it's like disgusting.
Yeah. Yep. So like my club faces on my wedges are going to rust over time.
Nice.
So I have a 50, a 54, and a 58.
Bro, I got to get better clubs. Like, I'm so like broke, and I just like, you know, between like trying to make it as a comedian, which is like, what does that even fucking mean? But like, and also working at like a cannabis dispensary, like, you know, it's just like, it doesn't make much money. But my buddies were so sweet. For my birthday, they all went to Goodwill. 4 of my closest friends went to Goodwill, and they picked out clubs for me.
Oh, fuck yeah. Nice. I mean, dude, my set has taken me 8 years to build now. Yeah. Like I started golfing like seriously when I got out of the army. Probably kind of when I was in the army. I would go to the range a lot just to get away from my ex-wife. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding, dude. I would literally go because it was at the military driving range. It was $3 for a bucket of balls. Yeah. So I'd get $3, hit a bucket of balls, and then I'd go chip and putt for like 2 hours, dude. Damn. And I got really good at my short game, like really good at short game, and just to avoid her. And then when I got out of the army, we split up, and then I actually started playing golf seriously probably about like 6 or 7 years ago.
Wait, so you've been married twice now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got married at 20, divorced at 22. When
You're just
full
army. Of commitment, aren't you?
Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
Well, I was married at 20, divorced at 22. That was in the army.
Yeah, that was a trial run.
Yeah. That goes to show: do not get married unless you have lived with the person beforehand.
For like how long would you say?
Fuck, a month at least.
A month at least, yeah.
Dude, I didn't live with her at all. Okay, and I also. This is probably a mistake too. My parents tried to warn me. I flew her out, and she lived with me in Hawaii too. So like that was like you'd think that'd be paradise, but it was bad.
Damn. She ruined it. Sure. Well, I mean that sucks. I mean, how much money did you fucking put into that to go to Hawaii in the first place?
Stationed there. So.
Oh, you were Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
so nothing, but like.
oh yeah, duh.
It would have been better had I not been married in Hawaii. Yeah. I would have had a lot more fun, but I still had a lot of fun. Still have some of the greatest friends that I talk to this day.
Nice, hell yeah.
So, yeah.
What rank were you in the army?
I was an E4, so a specialist, E4 Mafia.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I got out. Stationed in Hawaii for 3 years. It was pretty sick.
Damn.
Did a lot of cliff jumping. Yeah. A lot of cool golfing. Well, not as much golfing as I would have liked to. I played all the military courses. I played the Army course, which was right in the center of the island, so it rained a lot.
They have courses just dedicated for military personnel?
Like each base has its own course. That's like the Navy base, the Pearl Harbor course. The Pearl Harbor base has a course.
I bet it's nice as fuck.
That's a nice fucking course. Yeah, that is a really nice course.
Well, they better make it nice.
And there's just fucking bullet holes all over the fucking place on it and shit. Dude, speaking of that though, there were some barracks that were so old that like hadn't been like renovated or anything that needed to be fucking like torn down because they were so old and like moldy and shit.
Damn.
Had bullet holes from fucking Pearl Harbor.
Holy fuck, dude. Like, that's so eerie.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That kind of makes sense to tear it down. I mean, no one wants to look at that. It's just like bad memories.
Yeah, there's bullet holes in it and shit. And then like if you go out to when I first got married, I lived out on the west side of the island in this town called Eva Beach. And the neighborhood we lived in was old naval housing, but it like was turned into a neighborhood. So like it was like a gated community essentially. They had like security and shit. Anyway, if you like on the way out there, you have to drive through like old airfields and shit, and like old like bunker areas and stuff, and like you like a lot of that area is like in the scene where they're driving the fucking car on the beach to to go to the planes and shit.
In the movie Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
Oh shit, no shit, yeah.
Yeah, so that movie, so I was, dude, I'm absolutely fascinated with World War II. I have seen so many fucking documentaries on World War II. Like, I'm fascinated with it.
I think the weirdest thing I've heard about World War II is the Bell experiment that the Nazis were trying to fucking.
Bell experiment?
Yeah,
What's that?
it's basically like UFO technology and like levitation, and they're trying to make like heavy objects like levitate off the ground for propulsion purposes. But I don't know much behind it. I just know that they were doing some.
They were
crazy
also
shit.
on a lot of drugs.
That too. Yeah,
they were
they're
on a lot of
meth.
meth. Yeah, I'm actually trying to listen to this audiobook. I talked about it last episode or the episode before, actually. Last episode. So this I don't read books. I just listen to them in the car.
Yeah.
And this guy's voice is just so fucking robotic, and it's just like I can't listen to it, dude.
Yeah,
it's
sucks.
called Blitz. It's about drug use in the Third Reich.
Damn.
And it's like about how Hitler had this doctor with him that would go around with him that would inject him with meth and coke and shit, and like
Fucking nuts.
according to that book, like I was listening to a podcast. Have you ever listened to Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard?
I know of his podcast. Yeah, I think I've heard.
I listened to it before it got massive.
Yeah.
And before he like signed with just Spotify, he did what Rogan did.
Damn. Cashed in.
Yeah.
Make that money.
But now Rogan's available. You can listen to him on Apple now too.
Oh shit.
It went back. I don't know. I don't know. He's rich as fuck. Anyway,
Yeah.
he according to this book, Hitler, when he was having them build the Eagle's Nest or whatever,
The
like,
Eagle's Nest.
yeah,
Huh.
his you don't know about the Eagle's Nest?
No, what is
So
this?
the Eagle's Nest is like Hitler's fucking like lair, like his like dude. It's literally, and it was built. So this elevator shaft was built like probably 50 to 100 meters into a mountain. Like they drove like you drive a car 50 to 100 meters into the mountain.
Yeah.
And you get into an elevator shaft and it would go up the mountain like I don't know, quarter mile up.
Yeah.
And then up there was just a fucking fortress where Hitler would have like he would invite like his
Damn.
all the fucking high SS people would be up there having fucking dinner, and like fucking Mussolini was there. Like,
He would have been on MTV Cribs for sure.
dude. I watched this guy's YouTube channel of him visiting the Eagle's Nest. It's fucking crazy.
Oh,
But,
it's still up. It's
oh
still,
yeah,
like,
yeah, it's still there. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
But like it's fucking crazy because like I guess like at one point there was like this like hideaway in the Eagle's Nest that like is so like encased in concrete and like mountain that he was so geeked out on meth that he's like more I need it thicker, more concrete.
Damn. God
But yeah,
damn.
dude, I like I said, I know a lot about World War II.
Yeah.
I'm just fascinated with it. Like even all the shit before we got involved. Like I watched this documentary on Netflix. It's like all World War II in color.
Huh.
So it's like all the fucking old,
Even more graphic detail. Thank you.
all the old shit, all the old black and white videos in color. So
That's so freaky.
It's weird as fuck to see. Like, there's this video of like Hitler like walking down the line, like shaking hands like to all his young soldiers.
Yeah.
And it's in color, and it's like that's fucking freaky.
That's nuts.
It's like gave me the chills. I was like, whoa, dude, that's like the most evil guy in the world.
The only way they can
ever.
make that more modern if they put like a Snapchat filter on Hitler's face, like a cat ears or something. Like,
Seriously, I just don't understand how they take black and white and make it color.
yeah, I don't understand either. It's like,
You're just guessing.
I think eggheads are just like, they got it figured out.
Do you think that they are guessing, or do you think that they know that that's what the color was? Like,
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
is the color like that on the film, or you know what I mean?
I think they're probably guessing.
they just don't know how to portray it on a projector.
Well, I mean, like, yeah,
Maybe the film shows the color, and
Yeah, it
they
could
just
be.
couldn't portray it through a projector back then or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh.
But like before we were involved, dude, fucking like, sorry to get all World War II on you.
No,
But
please do.
I haven't shared this with
I
you.
hope the Vietnam spiel's coming next.
That's the next war I got to dig into. Actually, World War One I want to dig into because I don't really know much about.
I don't know shit about World War One.
Trench warfare. That's all I know about.
I just know like the
Have you ever seen
Archduke
them-
Ferdinand got shot and everyone got fucking pissy.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right.
There's a movie that got remade. It's called All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
I think I have. It sounds familiar.
It's all in German. You have to read the entire thing. It kind of sucks.
I've watched my fair share of anime, so this will be
I hate
fitting
anime.
for me.
Oh, I can't stand
bro.
it. I can't stand
I mean,
it.
I don't watch it much anymore, but no,
Okay.
I still One Punch, bro. One Punch Man.
No, nothing. I had a couple buddies in the army that were like fucking all about anime, and I'm like, they would sit in their room for hours. I'm like, you guys are fucking weird.
So my college roommate was like that, but I felt like I got like a healthy dose of it, but I was never like obsessed with it. I would spark up a joint, like
I just could never get into it at all. I don't know. I'd rather just watch like cartoons, like I don't know,
I feel that.
like something funny,
Like South Park.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, I love South Park too. Yeah.
Yeah. So before we got involved though, Hitler sent Rommel down to Africa to fucking like start taking over Africa.
Yeah.
He would. So first of all, the colonial army was just so outdated. Everything was like they were like had swords and horses and like it was just anything. It was just so bad. So anyway, like Rommel was such a good general, dude, that he would literally have the tanks that he had drag brooms in the desert to make it like huge dust clouds
and just camouflage them.
To make it look like a fucking division was coming when he only had like a battalion of people coming, and they thought that he had like a division coming, scared the shit out of him, and just killed. Dude, he killed like 2 million people. Rommel killed 2 million colonial people in like 6 weeks.
Wait, but
before we even got involved, this was like in 1939 or something like that.
So if he's that successful in killing people, why did he want to make himself look bigger with his army and shit with the dust?
It was just one of his tactics.
One of his tactics, just to instill fear.
Yeah, it was just one of his his tactics because I think that they were actually severely outnumbered. I think in that situation, but he made it look like they weren't. But like, yeah, dude. So like, Rommel, he was just one of Hitler's best generals.
It's crazy.
I love World War II. Dude, I could fucking watch. Have you ever seen Band of Brothers?
Yes, is that a TV show or a movie?
TV show. It's a miniseries. It's 12 episodes.
So I know of it.
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix right now. Okay. I highly recommend you watch it if you like war stuff.
All right.
So Tom Hanks is the executive producer, so you know it's going to be fucking good.
Well, he's in Saving Private Ryan, so he knows. He executive
produced that too.
Yeah.
And Spielberg directs it all.
Damn. So, okay, I didn't know Spielberg was director. That's dope.
It is so good, bro. Yeah. And they literally at the Gettysburg History of War Museum, they literally have an entire fucking room dedicated to this company. Easy Company that this whole show is about.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Easy Company 501st Airborne. It's all about the airborne troopers in World War II jumping in on D-Day.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
It's badass. I've watched it like 4 times, maybe 4 or 5 times. I've read the book.
Yeah.
Or listened to the book. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm just absolutely fascinated with World War II.
Those guys are like modern Vikings of the time. Dude, paratroopers.
They don't make people like that anymore, dude.
No.
Like you really think like a 17-year-old right now, like World War III is potentially, in the works right now. Do you really think that there's a 17-year-old that's gonna lie about his age to go fight for his country right now? While he's doing TikTok dances?
I think honestly, I give Gen Z more credit. I think there's a small section of them that would definitely, do the part.
So?
I do. Honestly, I think there's some old souls out there that for sure.
There's also like, so my brother is he's actually in Sergeant Major candidate school right now. So he's been in since 2008 is when he got in. So he's been in for a while.
Yeah.
He was a drill sergeant, and I'm pretty sure what he was telling me when he was in, like, they couldn't even like really yell at them, and they were just introducing this thing called a stress card. Like if they were,
who the fuck introduces that shit though? Like that's got to be Gen X or Boomers that are in charge of those commands. There's no way millennial. Well, maybe millennials. It's
just people trying to be PC and not get fucking lawsuits and shit.
Yeah.
I just think, like, dude, you sign your name on that dotted line, you should be able to fucking. I think drill sergeants should be able to lay hands on you. I didn't get hands laid on me. I got mentally. I got mentally abused for sure. Yeah. But I was like right at like the cutoff point. Like I think like 2017, 2018 is when they started being a lot softer.
Huh.
I don't know. I was in basic training 2013. My mind wasn't like hard by any means. Like they were mentally hard on you for sure. They made you feel like shit.
I mean, they gotta break you
down.
They gotta callous your mind and body.
They gotta break you down to build you back up.
100%.
They gotta make you feel like a piece of shit.
I got nothing against that. Yeah,
like you're nothing, and then they build you up, and you become a soldier. That's how it works, or a Marine, or whatever the fuck branch you're in.
Yeah,
but let's jump into some comedy, dude. We haven't really, we haven't even told you guys. Sam's a stand-up comedian. We met last year at the Red Room, right? That's where.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Love that room.
you restarted about the same time I did, probably, right? About March of last year.
Just about, no, actually a little bit before that. I probably got back into it. Not like consistently, but probably like late 2022, like late fall 2022. I was doing it like maybe an open mic, like maybe once a week, if that.
Okay.
But then my rate went up like way more. Like
Yeah.
as at the start of 23, I was just like, I gotta take this shit seriously.
Yeah.
I was hitting like I was doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and a weekend night if I could, but weekends I should do more of.
Have you been to that midnight one? That
Reggie's.
or
Yeah, I have been to
that?
Reggie's.
Is it good?
I've been to Reggie's a handful of times. I love it. I mean, the vibes are dope. It feels like a comedy club. The two guys that run it, Mike Robinson. Oh, is it Mike Robinson? It's Mike and shit. I mean, if you know, you know. Reggie's Comedy Club. Check it out. I forget the host name, but Mike and Mike run it.
Let me know next time you go there. I'll go.
Yeah. No, it's
Is there any other? Because that's Saturdays, right? Is there any other ones before that? Can you do 2 mics that night?
yeah, there's multiple. I mean, yeah, Chicago open mics.
I haven't. I have the spreadsheet. I'd never go out on Saturdays.
There's one in Wrigley Field. Who is it ran by? I forget her name. Shoot. Yeah, there's plenty of mics out. Saturday
All I know,
nights.
dude, is so being back this week, I missed it so much. I loved it, dude.
100%. Yeah.
I was running shit that obviously worked
Yeah.
before I took the break.
Yeah.
So like I said, I haven't said this on. Everybody probably knows by not hearing any episodes. Besides stand up, I took when the mic stopped. I stopped
Yeah.
pretty much. I did one mic because I did one mic the week before because I was supposed to do that Fiesta Days.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it because the shit happened 2 days beforehand. So I hadn't done it in 2 weeks, and I was running shit that I had, that was working when I stopped. And I come back, and Glenwood went okay, and then Red Room, I was like, fucking Red Room, I had a great set.
Yeah.
I think you left right after.
I did.
your
I
set,
had a dip. I was just tired.
Red Room, I did.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Red Room, I did great. I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude! I did fucking awesome at Red Room.
And then I saw your set Make Me Laugh. That was dope too.
And then Make Me Laugh was even better than Red Room.
Hell yeah.
Of course, I didn't fucking record it.
I
hate when I don't do that because I like watching, like going back and like seeing what I did right and what I did wrong, and because I like watching my body language and stuff and like what I do with my hands. Because I like doing the Shane Gillis 2 hands on the mic.
I feel that.
I like that a lot. Sometimes I'll put one hand behind my back.
Yeah.
Other times I'll just like catch myself like waddling. I don't know why.
You know what I'm so jealous of? His style, and he's so fucking funny too, is Mr. Derek.
I've seen Mr. Derek. The first time I did the Vixen, he headlined.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch him because I was like talking to people.
Dude, he's hilarious. I mean, obviously the man writes every day, you could tell. And just like the way he talks, it's very crisp and clear. But like he mainly talks with like both of his hands behind his back.
Oh, and then
like,
does he have the mic on the stand?
And his mic on the stand. And honestly, that's such like an iconic look. And it really just
It's like a flex.
It's a flex, and it just kind of preaches like calmness because he doesn't need his hands for gestures.
For sure.
Which speaks volumes because like a lot of stand up is like body language, and he's just like, nah, I don't need that. But like he does occasionally use body language, and when he does use his hands, it's more powerful that way.
Right, for sure.
But I can't fucking cop his style and be like, hey, I'm Mr. Derek Jr. I can't.
For the longest time, I would do one hand on the mic and then one hand behind my back.
Yeah.
And I'd walk around a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought that looked kind of cool. It's kind of my own thing,
I have no style
there's only
now.
so much you can do.
I'm just like a wacky inflatable waving 2-man up there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. There's no consistency. It's like
I mean, I just try to. I mean, you don't want too much consistency, obviously, but like.
Well, it can't hurt. It depends
Have
what
you
you
tried
want.
sitting down before?
Yeah, I've said. I think I just
you sit down when you do that book bit.
Yeah, I did the book
you?
bit. It's funny. I did the book bit once in college, and it crushed. And I was surprised that it crushed. That people liked it because I was still very new to stand up, and I was just like sucking dick. So when it went well, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do it again because I didn't want to jinx it. But then I did a second time at Red Room, and I have it recorded. It's on my Instagram. If you give a fuck to check it out. But like it went really well too. I'm like, oh man, a second time, great. And the third time I did it, you saw it was at Glenwood, and it just like bombed dick. And I was a fucking sweaty mess. I was wearing that jacket and like subconsciously I'm like, this sucks. But yeah, dude, it's like any bit. I mean, know your audience, know your spot. I probably shouldn't have done that at Glenwood, but I just was like, maybe I could be this guy that does this book thing. But then I don't want to be a prop comic either. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, for sure.
Like props to prop comics, but like I'm not trying to be one.
Yeah.
You know?
Prop comics.
Yeah.
If I wish I had I have a soundboard over there. I would totally hit the rim shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your writing process, dude? Like, what do you do as far as like, do you sit down at the same place every time? Do you mix it up? I had this process so when I was off for the baby, I drove up to Wilmot Mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
It was wintertime when I was off.
Nice.
And I was just hitting my vape, just getting a good nicotine buzz, and sitting in the parking lot. I'd grab a fucking coffee on the way up there, and I'd literally just sit in the parking lot and watch the skiers, and listen to some 90s rap,
chill out,
and just fucking write.
Yeah,
and I wrote one time for probably 2 hours just sitting there.
Nice.
Just drinking my coffee, having some water, ripping my fucking vape, just listening to music and fucking writing.
Yeah.
And that's where I came up with some of my really good. I did that one time. Sometimes I'll get in my golf cart and I'll drive to the park and I'll fucking sit at the park and I'll write. I try not to fucking sit there.
Why? You get distracted?
It just feels too structured.
You can't breathe.
It just feels way too structured. So I used to try to do a lot of writing. Like back in my old house, I had like a studio. Like not a studio. It was a bedroom.
Oh, okay.
And it was in the basement.
Hey, it's a studio. Have pride behind
old
it.
TorgyTalk studios, dude.
It's just a studio I jerk off in.
Yeah, I jerked off in that studio plenty. Literally. So it was like, it was a bedroom, and I had like LED lights in there. I could set the mood real cool, but like, all in all, it was a bedroom, and it just felt like I was like, it felt like forced.
Oh, okay.
And I noticed that if I just like, or I'll go outside and I'll out back and I'll smoke a cigarette and drink coffee, and I'll and it'll just flow. I feel like if I'm outside, it's better.
I agree. I mean, like I like being outside. I mean, I'm okay. So I live.
Do you write every day? Or do you try to?
I like to think I write down something every day, but I don't have any. Sometimes I'll try and just sit down and write, or not even sit down. So I live in my mom's house, and I'll just be smoking weed in the garage, just going in circles like a little psycho, and just trying to come up with ideas. Like I'm a little physical loading wheel. But I only do that so often where I try and force it. But if I ever...
Do you write it down, or do you do you speak it into your phone or something?
If it pops in my head, I'm writing it down. Okay. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. Like there's been times where you know what I mean? Like I've been at like a buddy's wedding, like a best friend's wedding, and like I had to write this down. So I'm quickly just go on my phone and just not even look at my phone, just kind of know the keyboard and write that joke down. Like you got to catch it when it's hot in your head. Right. Otherwise, you forget the reason why it made you laugh in the first place.
The worst thing, dude, is when I'm going to sleep and I'm about to fall asleep and I have a fucking great idea.
You gotta wake yourself up.
You have to write it down.
You got it.
Because I'm like, I'll remember that in the morning. Yeah. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, what the fuck was that thought? And I never remember it. So I always write it down. Or dude, if I have a really thing, I really remember my dreams vividly. Yeah. And I'll write some of my dreams down. I think I've said one of these on the podcast, but fuck that. I'm gonna tell you this dream. I want to make this into a bit so bad, but it is so absurd that I don't know how to. Hang on, let's see where the fuck this is. Sorry.
No, you're good,
man. I don't know. How are your dreams? Do you have vivid dreams or?
No, man. I probably smoked too much dope to process REM sleep. But I heard that if you take a tea break, they come back. So maybe I should do that.
If you don't smoke weed, you have fantastic, ridiculous dreams.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Dude, one of my buddies just told me one of the most messed up dreams he had as a kid, and I really wish he didn't tell me. He had this he's called it a dream, but it's a nightmare for me. Has anyone ever just woven a nightmare into your brain? Just told you a story you wish you didn't hear? My buddy was telling me the story about how his fucking his older brother had a best friend, and he had a dream about this kid getting his cock cut off and surgically attached to the side of his hip.
What the fuck?
For God knows fucking why.
That's wild.
I know. I was like, why'd you tell me that? You just ruined, it was a nice lunch we were having. Why the fuck do I have to hear that now?
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, I found it.
All right, let me hear it.
And this is from November 6th, 2021. Okay. So Cora and I were going to have sex in my car in the dream. And I went to go. Also, keep in mind this is written at 3 a.m, so this might sound like gibberish at points.
Well, it's accurate.
So I'll try to do my best to interpret it.
All right.
So Cora and I went to go have sex in what seemed to be a shower house. I then pressed a button when I got into the place, and I went to go piss, and the shower started filling up the entire room. I was pissed because the button turned on the shower, and for some reason I was pissing in the shower stalls and was like, "Ah, man, I'm getting soaked." I wrote that at 2 in the morning. Oh man, I'm getting soaked. I don't know.
Were you ever a bedwetter as a kid? Because that's what I'm kind of getting from that. Maybe subconsciously. You know.
If I get fucking really hammered, I piss myself.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Still to this day.
I've shit myself before, so I got no judgment.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've literally if I get too fucking hammered, like doing shots and mixing shit, I'll piss myself.
Just let it rip. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. It was like the embarrassing thing. I'm that friend that everybody literally is like, yeah, you sleep on the floor.
You should just get like a really nice Gucci bedpan, something that's comfortable for you to sleep on.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, dude, I at one point, like my wife and I, like we would know, like if I got fucked up, I would just sleep on the floor.
Yeah, like you're like a dog.
Then I would. Yeah, and then I wouldn't piss on myself. I wouldn't piss on myself if I slept on the floor. Sometimes I would. Sometimes I wouldn't.
Yeah, you got your corner in the room, right?
Yeah. I sleep in the newspapers. Yeah. Like fucking Big Daddy. So I started to go piss in the showers, and like 4 guys walked in. They were confused as why the fuck the showers turned into a hot tub.
What the fuck?
This whole shower house turned into a hot tub, apparently. Then I said, then all of a sudden it turned into a damn hot tub. Everybody was in the now hot tub with their feet up on the ledge, and I tried to work my way up to the end of the hot tub as if I was trying to like leave a movie theater or a stadium to grab a beer or take a leak. Like like, oh, excuse me. I had to like, I don't know. I painted that picture at 2 in the morning just to make sure I remembered how I was leaving this hot tub. When I got as far as I could go to the ledge, this fat guy said, this guy came here for an afternoon special and ended up with a bunch of guys in a hot tub. And everybody started laughing, and I did the Adam Sandler laugh, the old ah ha ha, shut up, and followed it up with a faggot. The guy said, "Faggot, I'm gonna kick your ass." So I jumped out of the hot tub. I jumped into the last small section of the hot tub, got out, and he couldn't keep up. I looked back, and he said, "Go get him, boys." And a bunch of kids started chasing me out of the shower house. And out of nowhere, everything pauses, and the guy in the movie voice comes over, just everything. That's all I heard was, "Coming soon to a theater near you, Danny's Snow Cones 2."
That sounds like you just, write that down. That's a script. You got yourself a script for like a crazy comedy or some shit. Or a horror movie. I don't know. Maybe it's a horror comedy.
Speaking of scripts, dude. So I just started fishing. I want to write a script for an animated movie of like these fish getting like fished all the time. Like these guys are like they're waking up for their day and they're just fucking hanging out, and then they see that fucking worm bouncing across again. They're like, oh fuck yeah, and then they just get caught and then pulled up, and then they just a comedy, dude. Of just like these fish. Like, what the fuck happened when you were up there? Like, I don't know, man. They kept taking pictures of me. One of them spit in my mouth. Like, and they, like I want to write like a screenplay of that of some
One
sort.
of them spit in my mouth.
Oh, this one dude put a zin in my mouth or something. I'm buzzing super hard. Like, dude, I want to write like a fucking animated screenplay for that. I know it sounds bizarre. Like, I mean, I don't know.
No, that'd be cool.
I feel like when you tell somebody like that, like when you tell somebody something like that, like I'm gonna write a movie screenplay. They're like, oh, okay, whatever, dude.
I mean, the chances of it being executed are pretty low, but
for sure.
But you never know.
But like, hey, fuck. Like, let's just say that small chance of like making it in comedy.
What would you call it?
Fish. Or just fishing or something.
Just fishing.
Fish.
Yeah.
Or,
okay.
Bait or something. I don't know.
Bait. Yeah.
But like, dude, just like say like the very small percentage of possibility of making it in comedy, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that happens.
If you had the money
and then
to fund that.
Then I have this
sitting
there.
Saying, yeah.
I have this sitting there, and then I'm like,
so what would you rate this? Would this be like rated R, or would this be a kids movie?
No, this would be like Sausage Party Underwater.
Yeah, okay, 100%.
Yes,
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Sausage Party Underwater, fucking as vulgar as possible. Fucking like
that's fucking funny.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You know,
I just thought of this a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I kind of want to start like writing it just to like. I feel like writing it would also help my comedy writing too, just writing in general.
Probably, yeah.
So you
come up with a shit ton of fish jokes.
Yeah,
a lot of fish puns, man.
I have a really good fish joke. I'll tell you after. I'll show you my last Vixen set.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because that
it's a great place.
Oh
to
no,
perform.
I actually don't have that fish joke. I have the fish joke. I'll show it to you.
All right.
But it's a fucking corny ass joke. But it's kind of. Amy Simon tells me it's a really smart joke. I'm like, thanks. So yeah. I miss working with her, dude. I really wish I would have stayed with her for the gauntlet, but I'm really happy that it's working out for her.
Yo, dude, it's picking up.
I don't like the producing thing, man. I just want to do comedy.
Yeah.
I would produce a showcase every once in a while up here. Like that's like Blake and I still are kind of trying to do that.
Yeah.
But like the mic thing, dude, I just like going to them and just like I don't have to worry about shit.
No, 100%.
If somebody wants me to host one, sure, absolutely. I love
definitely.
hosting them, but like putting them together and like doing it is just like fuck. Every week is like holy fuck.
Definitely.
If I could do it monthly and it would get more traction, it'd be cool. But like, you have to do it like something monthly, like closer to the city, you know?
Definitely. Hell yeah. So, you know, it's funny. I was actually just talking to Amy, and she has like, you know, some pretty big aspirations for the Gauntlet. I can't give away too many details, but we want like we need more people in on this, whether it be like a host or a co-producer or something like that. And I think it's just like the more the merrier because it's a competition mic. And how often do you see those? I feel like those aren't like around.
Yeah.
Those, you know what I mean? Like there's maybe like.
What, she wants to have a co-producer in there?
I mean, just more people the merrier, just to see if we could just like expand it. You know what I mean? See if there's like a future for it at other locations. You know what I mean?
See, now that I would be interested in if she wanted to like make like a second location somewhere.
Yeah.
I would definitely be interested in doing that. I'll talk to her about it. Like I said, you're also doing that though. You're married to that fucking mic.
It's true.
So that's another thing that was cool.
You don't know what it might lead you to, though.
Right.
If you stick with it, you know? That's with anything.
That's why I was sticking with Amy, because Amy, like, I met, like, a lot of really cool people through Amy. Like, people that I did, like, a lot of big Chicago names. Like
huge network.
Like David Vox Mullen, the dude's got, like, 130,000 followers on Instagram and shit.
And the judges that she gets for the mic are dope, too. There are always people that are, like, high-quality comedians.
Right, exactly.
I always personally find funny, and I care about their opinion.
Yeah, she introduced me to a lot of people, and that's why I really wanted to stay with her. But the Gambler also wanted me to keep a mic there at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll keep a mic here. And I also didn't want to, like, because I knew she eventually, like, even before the Gauntlet left the Gambler, she had aspirations to move it to the city eventually, because that's how, I mean,
that's
we were
the goal.
getting like 10, 15 comics a night at the Gambler, at the Gauntlet, because there was a reason for people to come.
Yeah.
And then, like, when it left,
we
were getting, I think the most we had when it left was like 13.
That's pretty good, though, dude.
No, the first night we had 14 or 15. And then after that, we had our biggest night. We had, I don't know if you were there. It was the night that Sean, the stripper, the ex-stripper, he was hosting.
I think I know what you're talking about.
No, I think it was the night that your friend's dad passed away.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry to mention it, but you couldn't show up because of that.
Yeah. Good memory. You're so sweet for remembering that. Like, I feel like a lot of people would be like, "Hey, you're just busy."
No, I have a very, very detailed memory when it comes to weird shit. Like
that's
golf,
good for comedians.
Well, that and like golf, I can remember an entire golf round.
Damn.
I can tell you every single shot I hit.
Scorecard.
I can tell you every single shot I hit, and I can tell you like what club I used. It's weird. Like my buddy, like it'll be funny. We went on a golf trip, me and my buddies, and like I'll be like, "Dude, you guys remember that shot I hit?" Blah blah blah, and they'll be like, "Shut the fuck up! Nobody knows what you're talking about."
But it's like when they need to know like what their score is,
right?
Like that's when your eyes roll in the back of your head. You show your whites, and then you're like, "You have a 53 right now."
Exactly, because I'll keep track of their score like subconsciously too. It's weird, but I'm always the guy in our group that always keeps score.
Yeah. Well, someone needs one. Someone's got to fucking do it. I'm not going to do it because whenever I'm on the golf course, I just either smoke joints or drink Millers.
Hell yeah, brother. So. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, man. So one of these days, though, we're going to revamp our boys' golf trip that we were trying to get. We were trying to get this, like, tournament going to where we could have, like, 12 guys. Mm-hmm. And we do, like, a 2v2 Ryder Cup style tournament.
Nice.
And we only got it up to 5 of us. I think we had 1 year. We did it 2 years. We'd go up to Green Lake, Wisconsin. Yeah. But like we just can never find the dudes to do it. So
I'll be one of them. Well, let me know.
Fuck, you got friends too?
Yeah.
That would like to do it?
I actually got 4 high school buddies. We're trying to plan a golf trip sometime in September.
So you got 4, I got fucking 5. That's 9 right there. We just need 3 more fucking people.
That'd be dope.
And we can start doing a fucking yearly like golf tournament, dude.
That'd be sick.
Like we go like up to Wisconsin and like all pay for an Airbnb and fucking dope. Dude like play 3 rounds of golf.
I would love to. Dude, we gotta make this happen.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah. Like, cause like, and like, do it every year because like, I keep seeing these things on Facebook, on Instagram. Like, that's all my Instagram is comedy, food, girls, and girls, comedy, food, girls, and golf. And like, literally, all the golf. I've been seeing these things on golf. Like, it says like, this is your sign to like find 10 other buddies and start doing an annual golf tournament. Like people,
the algorithm knows you. It's got you figured out, Torgy.
Like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. They're like, oh yeah, people have been doing these golf trips for like 20 years. And shit, you know. What I mean?
It's nice. I mean, it's a nice excuse to like meet up with friends and just
for a weekend, get fucked up, grill, and play golf for a weekend.
it's like as people get older, it's like that's really the only time to meet up. It seems like so.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Fuck, we gotta keep talking about comedy. We keep getting.
I got something.
This is a good conversation.
Well, let me tell you something crazy that happened in my week. All right, so get this shit. So, I was at my buddy's apartment, and he was just like selling me some weed or whatever, and I had a bunch of fucking fast food wrappers in my car, so I just balled them all up. I go over to his dumpster, right? And you ever just like casually throw something out? You're not like looking at where you're throwing it out. You're just throwing it.
Yeah.
I lift up the dumpster lid. And I throw it out. All of a sudden, I just feel a scratch on my arm. I wasn't even looking. Like, I was looking like the other fucking way. And I got the fucking scratch marks right here. It's not much, right? It's like little ones. You know what I mean? But I was like, what the fuck just happened to me? And I'm a spaz, too. And I was like tweaking out and stoned and shit. So I run over to my buddy. I'm like, I just got scratched by a raccoon. And like, I don't know what it could have been Oscar the Grouch. I didn't see what fucking scratched me.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it was like a raccoon or a squirrel or some shit. And I'm just like rubbing the fucking cut with like, because it was a fucking dumpster squirrel. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's in there? Like, between like, you know what I mean? Between like gingivitis and AIDS. What the fuck is in that dumpster? And I got an open wound that's like sliced into that. So I was just like scrubbing my arm out of paranoia for like 20 minutes straight. You know, like, am I gonna get rabies or some shit? Like, oh, dude. I was like, and like, it's funny too. Like, as I was scrubbing it, I was like freaking out in front of my buddy, and I was like, wait, what if it makes me funnier? Okay, I'll be fine.
Fuck yeah. Like a funny fucking, like a retarded raccoon scratch you.
Yeah, like a retarded raccoon scratches me and gives me superhuman funny powers. And I only have 5 years to live, but I like just have like the best specials ever.
Fucking Down syndrome raccoon just fucking scratches you.
I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
That'd be hilarious, dude.
That'd be fantastic. Gift from
God.
God.
Oh my god, dude. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. What's your worst bomb, dude?
My worst bomb? Oh, that's a good one. So actually, I remember this one. So I work at Ivy Hall right now. It's a cannabis dispensary. And I used to work at one before. It's MedMen. But MedMen just went down the shitter because it was just super corporate. Like when you walked into there, it felt like an Apple store, blank white walls. We had Kane's Chicken was right next door to us, and their sewage pipe broke.
Oh no!
So it smelled like shit in our store for like 6 months straight. And it was to the point when it was lasting so long. It was to the point when we were just rude to the customers, explaining the smell. You know, like in the beginning, it would be like, "We're sorry, like a little sewage pipe broke and smells like poop." You would be really sweet about it. But when they're like, "What's that smell?" We'd be like, "Shut the fuck up! Like we're working 8-hour shifts in this smell." It was, dude, it was rancid. But anyway, so it was actually
nasty,
dude. It was fucking disgusting. I don't know how they stayed open for so long.
That sucks.
But it was,
they closed though.
Oh, they shut down.
Yeah,
They sold out, and they were sketchy too. Anyway, but it was in Oak Park, right on Lake Street, and so for 420, out of all the coworkers, one of them was a DJ, and I was comedian. You know, I'll give myself a label. Yeah, I'm a fucking comedian. This is like a year and a half ago. A DJ on 420 got a 30-minute set to just perform in the corner of the store.
Yeah,
and on 420 we're busy as fuck.
Right.
So it's like 15 of my coworkers are there, but then it's like a 30-person line in front of the DJ within the store, right? And people are just filtering in and coming out, but people are just waiting in line. My dumb ass is like, yo, give me a set. So I get a half an hour set.
Oh no,
to do in the corner. Yeah, talk about dude, bro. When people talk about like shitting where you eat, like you don't even know. Do a half an hour set as a fucking amateur comedian at where you work.
And it also smelled like shit.
And it smelled like shit. So it's like I couldn't even like.
Dude, it sucks.
It's like
no.
Well, it's the funny thing too because like it fucked with my confidence because as soon as they walk into the store, they're like smiling. As soon as they walk in, it's like, and that's my starting point. My starting point is how do I get them from that they just smelled a fart face to laughing? You know what I mean? Like
sucks so hard.
But what's funny is that like so.
Did you do any poop jokes?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, and it's like those are so easy to do, and it's like I don't do those really as much anymore.
Right.
But like and obviously, like so. Here's the thing. So I had a 30-minute set. So I'm going to toot my own horn here. The first 5 minutes, I was super confident, and I had some smiles going. You know what I mean? It was like 30 people, and so it was like probably 50 people that can hear my shit because I was on the microphone. It was loud too, right?
Yeah.
And it went really well for the first 5 minutes. I had a lot of people like smiling and laughing and stuff like that. And then somewhere along the way, I just like forgot my material, and I was just trying to do crowd work with people coming in, and it was just dog shit for like 15 minutes straight, just doing crowd work. You know what I mean? It was just Bro, I would.
Nobody wanted to talk to you. Probably
No one, everyone. For the first 5 minutes, I think people really were like excited and they were happy because I remembered my first 5 minutes. But then after that, people were like, "What the fuck is going on here?" But in my mind, I was like, "I'm gonna fucking get my experience. I don't give a fuck."
Hell yeah! I mean, like, that's a very unique place to bomb though, and dispensary.
Bro.
And like,
I had to go to work the next day. I had to go to work the next day and look at my coworkers and be like, "I'm sorry."
I mean, at least though. If you would have had like 30 minutes of solid material, I feel like it would have went maybe a little bit better.
Way better, but
because think about it, like you're going to think about going to a dispensary and somebody's just in there doing stand up and you like don't want to be like you don't want to talk to anybody and somebody starts doing crowd work to you and you're just like oh fuck.
Not all potheads like comedy. Some potheads are just fucking introverts that just don't want to hear shit.
Lame potheads.
Yeah, for real, right?
Fuck
dude, there are so many in the cannabis industry. You see so many different kind of personality types. You think it'd all be like one hippy dippy dude or girl? It's like there's weirdos that just
people just smoke weed and watch serious documentaries.
Yeah, just like what are they? They're just psychos.
Dude, I was literally watching Austin Powers before you came.
I love Austin Powers, dude. I grew up on that shit.
Oh yeah, I was watching the first one. I just bought all 3 of them like 2 weeks ago because I just realized I didn't have them.
Dude, Mike Myers was such a big part of my childhood.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like,
have you watched Shrek as an adult?
Oh, I love Shrek.
Shrek as an adult is so much better.
Dude, Shrek 2 is the best.
I like
Shrek 1.
Both of them are great.
Yeah, both of them are dope.
Fantastic. Yeah. But my son likes Shrek, which is cool. It's like awesome to some of these Pixar movies are actually really fucking good.
Dude, I was actually just gonna say so it's funny because some of them have like some serious adult like themes in them. You ever seen the movie The Good Dinosaur, Pixar?
Yeah.
Bro,
it's sad.
It's sad as fuck. Oh my god, how about that scene when the kid and the dinosaur are like telling each other without speaking that their family's dead?
Yeah.
And the kid puts like a stick in the sand and like pushes it down. It represents his dad, and the dinosaur does the same thing. But how about the scene when they get into the berries and they trip balls? It's like a mushroom psychedelic trip. Bro, this is a kid's movie.
Yeah.
I felt like Pixar's like, I don't know what Pixar's doing. Like, I don't know if they're like some shaman cult that's like trying to get kids used to like DMT trips or some shit.
There's so much shit like that throughout Disney and like all the subliminal messages and shit that they send out and like throughout all like the old Disney movies and stuff.
That's so crazy though. Like, what is the point of that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking Illuminati shit, dude.
Seems like it.
There's a lot of really good Coco is a really good movie. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen Coco. I've seen Soul, Soul, and like all of them. I haven't seen that one either.
Dude, Moana,
those are recent ones, right?
Yeah, Moana's got a banger soundtrack, dude. The Rock is in it.
Oh, okay, nice.
So it's got a banger soundtrack.
Yeah.
Coco's got a banger soundtrack in it. Coco's about the Day of the Dead.
I did hear about Coco. Had good music soundtrack.
Coco will make you cry.
Oh, okay.
I'm
a crybaby, so that's right up my alley.
That's one of my kids' favorite ones.
Nice.
And then Moana's fucking great. And then dude, Nemo, obviously classic.
Oh, dude, Finding Nemo.
He loves Nemo and Finding Dory.
Oh my god,
he loves
Finding Dory was dope.
Yeah,
Finding Dory was dope.
He also loves he loves Toy Story as well.
Toy Story. Oh, I grew up on Toy Story.
That's his third birthday is Toy Story themed. It's called You Got a Friend That's 3.
Dude, I remember when I saw.
Also, you want to come to my son's birthday on August 31st? It's a Saturday.
Sure.
It's a kid's birthday party. We're just gonna be drinking and making burgers and shit.
If I could just get some cake.
You want to do a stand-up set? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'll do a stand-up set. Yeah, I'll try and make it as clean as possible.
Yeah, we're gonna
and relatable. I don't know how relatable. How old is your kid?
He's gonna be 3.
Well, I mean, I've shit my pants before.
So you like shit in your pants?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna be making burgers and hot dogs and just drinking beers and hanging out up.
Hell yeah, dude.
So yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of my friends and stuff there and stuff. So it'll be fun.
I'd love to swing by.
Yeah, dude, you're more than welcome.
Dope.
But yeah, man, I have to. So I've been really, really trying to. Amy actually told me when we were working together, to really lean into my dad material because I think that's like my angle is like being a young dad or whatever.
Well, you can recall
not like a young dad. I mean, I guess like I'm an average age dad, but leaning into the dad material. It's that's what I've been trying to write about a lot because my son just gives me the literally. I said it the other night, dude. This kid literally went outside, took a piss, came back inside, grabbed my cologne, and sprayed his dick.
That's what he thinks is in his mind, he thinks that's how you end a piss.
I guess.
Make it smell good.
So I gotta figure out.
I don't even use cologne, so your kid sounds more mature than me.
So I gotta figure out a way to fucking make that into a bit, and then another one too. when we're potty training him, we'll just we'll keep his diaper off.
Yeah.
And we'll just every 20 minutes we'll just bring him to the potty. And like one time I got really quiet. And like I'm like, Jonah, where are you? He's like, Dada, come here. He's by the front door. He just shit right in front of the front door. So like I had like a bit going where I was like, I'm 30 years old and my son's almost 3 years old. I don't know who's more of a child though.
Yeah.
Because I find it hilarious that he mistakes, potty training for shitting on the floor wherever the fuck he wants to.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I just have to figure out how to make these stories, like a lot of stories into bits. Like that Dada Rocks one.
Oh, dude, that's a classic joke. That one always kills.
That one always kills.
You've been telling that one since January. I haven't seen that one miss at all.
Yeah, I mean, I told it at the Red Room like one or two times, and then I remember you telling me how much you liked that joke. And
it's a solid joke.
That's why I started bringing it back, because you're like, I love that fucking joke. And I was like, then I started doing dad material, and I was like, fuck, dude, the dad stuff is actually.
And that was Amy that told you to lean into that?
Lean into the dad material, yeah. So I'm trying to lean into the dad and like the married stuff. So like I'll have like sex stories about me and my wife, obviously, and then like I also try to like lean into the dad stuff, and then I also have like funny army stories and stuff. A lot of my stuff is like storytelling right now, which is cool. I feel like that's a lot of like newer, I've been only doing it since, a year and a half now, probably. Yeah. March of 2023. So about a year and a half, not fully consistently for a year and a half. So like, you know what I mean? Like a year and a half of, whatever. So like, I feel like, I don't know. I want to do more topical humor, like news events and shit, but like,
I think that's definitely harder to do topical shit. It's not that I stay away from it. If it pops in my head, I'll write it down. But like here's what I think personally. Like whether if you're a storyteller or if you're a non sequitur, Mitch Hedberg kind of comedian, I think the best shit is always inspired from whatever recently happened. You know what I mean? In your life. But like, you can do topical stuff too. It's just more of a challenge.
Yeah, for sure. I had a really good topical joke when that fucking submarine thing happened.
Oh, okay, nice.
Because they said, that it was operated by a controller or whatever, the submarine. Yeah. And I was like, if I was driving that sub, it never would have happened. I would have just done R1, R2, L1, R2, left and right, left and right up or whatever.
That's fucking funny. Hell yeah.
I was like, I would have had like I actually looked up the anti-gravity cheat. Yeah. And like I had that a part of the joke and everything. I was like, I would have entered in that. And then
only the true fans will know the depths of the layers of that joke.
Exactly. So I had that in there. I told this joke one time and I butchered it, but like I said that, and then also I'm like, man, like I really want, like, there was like a 17-year-old kid on there or wherever, the young kid on there. I'm like, that kid was probably like a virgin or some shit. I'm like, I wonder if like did the kid's dad like he'd be like, yo, blow my son. Like,
oh my god!
I had like a whole bit about
I'm dead. That's so fucking funny.
So I had like a good bit about it, but like I never went through with it. And then by the time it happened, by the time I like figured out the bit, it was like over with.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's like topical humor. Like I feel like a lot of these, like, I saw Joey
hit it while it's hot.
Right. Yeah. So I saw Joey Avery at Zany's.
Oh, that's dope.
Like last year. Yeah. And it was right when Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift started dating. Yeah. And he had already had fucking, like, it was like he had jokes in his set about it already. Like he built into his hour.
That's awesome.
And he had like it was solid fucking jokes. It's like it makes me wonder, like, so like these like comedians like Mark Norman or like comedians that go up like at the Comedy Cellar like every night. Like those guys, they go up and they're like, they get a spot at the Comedy Cellar for 15 minutes or whatever every night, and they that's how they try their new shit. Yeah, isn't that weird? They don't have, like, they get so big that they don't have to do open mics. But like, where is there a spot like that?
I mean, that's open mic. That is their open mic though for them.
Right, but like, where is there a spot like that in Chicago? Like Laugh Factory, is that like basically a spot like that?
Pretty much,
because like Zanies doesn't really have like shows where people are going up consistently every single night.
I think Lincoln Lodge does that a lot too, though.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure Lincoln Lodge, Laugh Factory.
Because I know like Comedy Cellar, like Sam Morril, fucking Chris DiStefano, all those New York comics are always going up there every night. And like same with Mothership, like Shane Gillis, all those guys are going up 2-3 times a week, multiple times. Yeah. So it's like that's just cool as fuck. Yeah. And when you're touring too, you can fucking just try out new shit too.
100%. Yeah.
Like, dude, the life of a comedian is just, I want it so bad, dude. I know you do too. That's why
I do, but I just like
I do and I don't. I don't want to. The touring thing scares me because I have kids.
Yeah. No, I mean that's different.
I would have to tour. I told myself I would never tour unless I'm touring like a headlining tour. Yeah. I would have to make it to. I would have to make it to where I'm big enough. Yeah. In Chicago. Yeah. That I can just So it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna be a minute, like because a lot of people like tour opening for people.
Enjoy the journey, dude. I mean, that.
It's gonna take a while,
but like enjoy the process.
That's why I'm like really trying to surround myself with as many cool people as possible. Because I mean, it's about the journey, but it's also about the company.
100%. Yeah,
that's why.
Well, it makes it fun. Exactly, it makes it worth the while.
Like I really, really want. Like yes, I would. I'm doing it backwards. A lot of like comedians. Like you're single. If you were to make it, then you could start your family. I already have a family. I got I got my career.
Yeah.
I have I have a really good job. I have a family. I have a house. I have all this shit. And then it's like I'm trying to make it in that.
Yeah.
And if I were to make it in that, it's just like most comedians already didn't have that, and then they fucking get that once they're famous.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. I mean,
it just makes it a little bit harder for me, I think, in a way, because I have to like dedicate so much time to family. But now that I'm not currently working right now, I'm able to be with my kids all day during the day and then go out and do mics at night.
But think about this, dude. I mean, like, how many fucking comics out there that are sad as fuck that don't have any kids or a girl or a guy or whatever?
True.
Like, I mean, like it's
just less time for comedy.
I love Theo Vaughn. Okay, Theo Vaughn is a national treasure.
Yes, he is.
But I can feel his sadness through the podcast of being single. And like shit he talks about, like where he's like, I haven't jacked off in like 2 months. I don't know if it's just because like I'm a younger man than him, because he's like in his mid 40s and I'm in my late 20s. But like I can't imagine. I'd be like a tea kettle. I would fucking rock off the stovetop. You know what I mean?
Same.
Like I can't. But I mean, good for him. You know what I mean? Like and again, like he's such a nice dude. He's so down to earth. He's so open about his feelings and everything. But like he's open about it too. He's like. It clearly sounds like he's depressed that he doesn't have a family and he made it. And you're, what, how old are you?
30.
30? He's like 45 around there. So like, you already got your family. Obviously like now so like you got to do a juggling act. And obviously that's going to be harder for you than it was for him in his 30s. But you don't, like,
to an extent,
you don't have to wonder.
I might have way more stability than he did in his 30s.
That's true too. Your family might be a support system for that.
Yeah, but at the same time, he also had the time to go and do comedy 7 nights a week. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to be harder for you, but I think it's like it's going to sound so corny, dude, but like spiritually, as sentient beings, like you already got that off the checklist.
Yeah.
You got your wife, you got your kids. You got that deep down kind of biological purpose out of the fucking way.
For sure.
And that could just be fucking funny, and you might even get material from your family too.
Right. That was another thing Amy told me too. So like AJ Leidig, right? Super funny guy.
Yeah.
The kid's going to be famous.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's what, 23, and he does comedy 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
Amy was like, look, yes, he's very funny. He's going to have a successful comedy career. But what thing you have advantage on him is you have life experience.
Yeah, I mean, AJ's a pretty fucking smart dude.
He's very smart, and he's got topical humor. Yes, he's big. I don't really hear him telling too many stories. A lot of his jokes are like topical jokes.
AJ is really so smart. He could be like on Weekend Update. He could replace that fucking what's that one dude on Weekend Update? That white guy that's dating Scarlett Johansson.
Colin Jost.
Dude, AJ could take his girl and his job. Yeah.
I talked about AJ last episode, and I always try not to fanboy him, but like he's
funny as fuck. You just gotta recognize when someone's good and give them props for it.
The first time I ever saw him at the Red Room, he hosted, and I was actually one night where I had a really, really good set there that night.
Yeah,
and he like gave me props for it or whatever. But like I pulled him aside because he went to Marion Central, which is like 15 minutes from here.
Yeah,
and the first set he was talking about how his football team when he was a senior went 0-9, and so did my senior year, and. Anyway, that's how I first met him.
Yeah.
But anyway, the first time I saw him, I'm like, well, this kid's like really, really, really fucking
just a
funny,
savant.
Man. And just
like some homeless guy that's good at chess, but
right. And just that 17-year-old too from the other night.
Sam.
Holy shit.
Sam's great.
That kid
Sam writes all day long.
That kid just walked in and murdered. I was like, who the fuck is that kid?
I don't even write as much as him.
And even just his facial expressions while he's up there, like it's like perfect.
It's insane.
Like he'll say something that's supposed to be awkward, and he'll just like even have an awkward look on his face. I'm like I was looking over at Matt Perez, Matt Perez, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? He's like, dude, this guy's murdering right now.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool to see. It's like almost I don't want to be, like I said, I'm not going to be jealous of them. Everybody's got their own style, but it's like, wow, I wish I could write like that.
You don't have to. You just got to find your own strut.
That's, that's what I'm saying. Like I tried, like as much as like so. Shane Gillis is my favorite comedian for sure.
Yeah,
and like I always tell myself, I'm like, man, I just wish I was like as funny as him. Like
you don't have to just be funny your own way. You know
exactly.
What I mean? You don't have to be his level of funny.
That's what I'm trying to like. That's like that's one thing I've learned the past year and a half.
Yeah,
because he was the one that like I saw his YouTube special, and that was like between that and Kill Tony, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. So it's like,
dude, Kill Tony's coming to Rockford. I already got tickets. Me and my best friends.
It is?
Me and my 5 good buddies. October 19th, Rockford, Kill Tony. And I'm gonna be a fucking nincompoop and try and get on. I'll probably eat a bag of dicks, but I don't give a fuck.
Hang on, I'm gonna try to get on too, because you don't have to buy a ticket to get on though too.
Oh, that's even nicer.
You just sign up. But hang on, when is the show?
October 19th, Rockford, Illinois.
Okay, I'm buying tickets. 100%. Yeah. Are they sold out yet?
I don't know. I don't know. I literally, my buddy just bought them last night. There's probably still.
Okay, yeah, I'm buying them I'm buying them when I get paid.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, dude. Oh, that's so cool.
Tony Hinchcliffe, we're lucky to have him.
Dude, if one of us gets like that, could like okay, so let's say me or you gets on, we kill. That's life changing.
Or life crushing, because then you build expectations in your head to be like that all the time.
To do the exposure though, like dude, it's like
the exposure would be great.
If you can get like a golden ticket,
yeah.
And then you can go down to Austin and just come on every once in a while, like every 6 months, and just do a minute.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. But it's like realistically, let alone just like getting getting pulled from the bucket. You know what I mean? Like it's not that I wouldn't go into it with like confidence, thinking, okay, I'm just gonna try and crush it and rip it. But I just want to be at like my 10-year mark of doing stand up. I care more about doing this shit consistently for 10 years than like getting. That fast break, which is dope, and it's impressive to get. It's exciting. It's a rush, and it can help you network. It can help you even get better because you have opportunities.
Yeah,
but like if
I could get it now, I would get it now.
I would love it. I mean, yeah, if I can, I could.
Because right now I'm in the situation where I'm not like working right now.
Yeah,
and if I could just get that to where my goal.
Well, let me ask you something. If you did, hypothetically, if you got pulled from the bucket, you got to choose your best minute, right?
Yeah.
Your best minute. Do you have that right now? Do you have that minute where you're just like, this would absolutely, I'm so confident in this. There's nothing else that I could do to tweak this. There's no fat to trim. There's no tax ad.
I think right now I would do my black noise joke.
Yeah.
And then Dead Eye Rocks right after it.
Okay.
Or just
I would actually
that black noise white noise joke is just murdering right now.
Yeah.
That one, either that one or
you would end with Dead Eye Rocks and do the black noise white noise first,
or I would do Dead Eye Rocks and then black noise.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Well, because you want to end a little harder, right?
Exactly.
To warm them up with Dead Eye Rocks.
Yeah, Dead Eye Rocks.
I mean, those are great jokes. Yeah,
jokes. I think that's what I would do. I think that's solid enough to. I don't think that's.
What do you think your nerves would be like?
I don't think that's golden ticket material, but I think that's enough to get. I think that's good enough to get a big joke book.
Yes. I agree.
But also, Stephanie, when she was on the podcast and she talked about her bomb.
So Stephanie kind of scares me, so I'm not going to even ask her like how her experience was at Tony. But what did she say? How she handled it the day after? How did she feel?
So her experience on Kill Tony was, so her friend actually that she was down there with got on that night. Oh, okay. And it was towards the end of the night. She didn't think she was going to get called.
Who was her friend?
I forgot her name.
Oh, okay.
But she was they were like getting wrapped up, ready to leave for the night.
Yeah.
And Stephanie was the last name that got called. So Stephanie was like checked out. So she gets called up there.
Wow.
To do this material.
That sucks.
That she did the night before at the open mic and on the same stage.
Yeah.
Because they have an open mic on Sundays at the mothership.
Yeah.
So she did that same material and it did really well.
Yeah.
She did the same material on Kill Tony and it fucking bombed. Crickets.
Did anyone at the open mic?
And then then they made her do another joke. Bombed. Crickets.
Yeah.
And like,
no, I watched it. I watched her.
Have you seen Stephanie do stand up in Chicago?
Oh, she's hilarious. Oh, she's hilarious.
She's very funny.
Yeah, no, she's way funnier than I'll ever be. But it just sucks that she had to go through that.
Well, it sucks. I mean, it sucks to see she's been, she's done how many shows? She's done way more shows than I have.
Yeah.
And she bombed. So it's like, but
That's why I'm saying I'm not so eager to go for that golden
That's what I'm saying.
ticket
Like
shit,
I don't want to go and say, oh yeah, I have these 2 jokes that'll fucking kill,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna fucking kill them, because knowing my luck, I'd get up there and fucking Shane Gillis and Mark Norman would be up there as the panelists, and I'd just be like,
Yeah.
but like I said, I would still, like, if in Rockford, I'm going to go to the show and I'm going to sign up 100%.
Yeah.
And if I go up, I go up. But
I think I'm going to be honest, dude. I will, and fist bump to our confidence for doing that, because I'm going to do that too. But
if it goes good, if it goes good, great.
If I get pulled from the bucket, it's going to sound weird, but I'm going to have zero expectations for myself, and I'm just going to try and. Here's the thing, dude. At the end of the day, like, I don't know how good necessarily my material is, because some nights I get laughs, some nights I don't. Some comedians say I like that joke, other comedians say ditch that shit. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like you're smoke and mirrors of what your material is good. So the only thing that I could really bank on, and this is why I think this is one of my stronger suits, is my stage presence and my energy, and just like that. And you see me in that zone, and there's times where I'm totally not in that zone. But when I find that pocket of I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm literally just happy to be here. If I could tap into that energy while I'm on Kill Tony, then I have a shot at doing well. I don't think my material is going to be so impressive where Tony's like, oh my God, let me suck your cock and give you a golden book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I don't. Yeah. I also don't think my material's that good enough to get that either.
Yeah.
But I think that if I were to get through those jokes and do the timing that I've written them, if I do those jokes to the T, the way they're supposed to be, supposed to be said, I think that those jokes would get positive feedback.
Fuck yeah,
for sure.
That's the only mindset to have.
And like I said, October 19th, I am going to the show.
Hell yeah.
I will have tickets for the show. And
I love how your eyes lit up as soon as I told you that. And if for some
reason I don't have tickets for that show, I'm going to figure out how to sign up, where the sign up is going to be, where the bar is going to be, where it's going to be, because it's going to be at
give me a Discord chat or some shit.
Because it's going to be at the Coronado or whatever. Yeah, I'm assuming
most likely.
So there's bars all over the fucking place, right outside that place. So I'll go wherever I need to go to sign up, and I'll fucking sign up, dude.
Wait, so how
many comedians are going to sign up in Rockford? I mean, how much Chicago comedians?
I don't know. I just know they're coming. I literally just know that my buddies.
You have to have people local sign up.
So you're asking how do they sign up? So you're just
that's how I'm gonna fucking for sure figure out how to sign up.
I'm sure they just have it on their Instagram page.
Right. I'm gonna figure out how the fuck to sign in, sign up. Yeah. But what bar is it at? Because I'm fucking.
So imagine
if I got called in. Oh my God, I'd fucking throw up. I'd literally be like, "Hi," I'd get up on stage and I'd just immediately just.
I think I would just do my best to find that mindset that I'm just in like.
You're just.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that kind of thing where it's like that mentality where it's like, how people do that weird shit where it's like, imagine everyone's in your underwear or something like that. I'm not gonna do that weird shit. I'm just gonna imagine everyone's my friend. You know what I mean? Like, as long as I have like a positive psychology to it, where I'm just like, I'm just shooting the shit with some buddies up here. I got a minute of jokes. You want to hear it? You want to fucking hear what I gotta say? You know what I mean? Like,
I would try to do my best to not put pressure on myself, because I feel like that's just you're just gonna fuck yourself over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that if I'm not in the building already, like if I'm outside wherever all the people that are signing up at, I'm gonna make sure that I'm by a bar and I got a good 6 drinks in me, 7 drinks in me.
All right.
Get a good fucking buzz going. Yeah. Call my name. I have little to no nerves because of the drinking.
I want to do a dead sober, but I'm a pothead.
Nope.
I'm a pothead and I compulsively smoke. But if I'm sober and if I do it, I think I'd be more proud of myself. Don't you? Don't you want to be in control of your mind like that?
I would rather be buzzed.
You'd rather be buzzed?
I'm sharper when I'm buzzed.
What about when?
Weird. It's like, dude, if I have like literally like 6 drinks before I get on stage, I'm like firing on all cylinders.
I got a quick question. Yeah. Can I go piss real quick?
Absolutely.
All right, dope.
Yeah.
Cool. Because we're talking about drinking. I'm like, I just had an extra large Dunkin' iced coffee.
Yeah, so no problem. Yeah. And we're back. Had a little pee break. So yeah, that's another thing, dude, is I can't wait to get a studio downstairs. Because I'm going to build it out to where we have a table.
Nice.
And we have multiple cameras.
Oh, yeah.
We had it to work because when Devin was doing the producing stuff, he would switch on cameras, but I can do it on my phone now.
Nice.
So I'm going to build out in the basement, basically, somewhere where we can have the computer down there, off to the side. The mic's all wired up with like the boom arms, like Joe Rogan's got like literally the boom arms on the table, so you don't have to hold your mic.
Yeah.
Everything's all fucking.
Well, this is nice. It was like a nice workout. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and those boom mic operators are always jacked, so maybe I could get a little more muscle. You know.
Well, I probably actually won't do that. I'll have a table and see those mic stands right there. Those are table mic stands on the ground over by the rocking chair.
Oh yeah, I see those. Yeah.
Yeah, so those
Nice.
I actually bought those for when Stephanie and Peyton
Nice. Hell yeah.
were on.
Nice.
They're on the pod, and we did it out there on the fucking kitchen.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
But those
Peyton's hilarious too.
Peyton's very funny. So those are for these mics, but it doesn't make sense because sitting at my kitchen table, they were like this. So it's like they have to be
Like blocking your face, kind of.
yeah. So you had to you would have to sit at them at like a bar stool table.
Yeah.
So
Well, this is
like-
comfortable, dude. I mean, your couch is nice.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
dope,
So I mean, it's just
it's better than my podcast.
yeah.
I don't have one.
I mean, dude, like I said, I would love for this. You just need one viral clip. I feel like, and I don't post enough. I know I should be posting every day. But it's just hard. It gets hard after a while, especially like when you get in, like this episode for sure. I'm going to go through and we easily got 5 funny clips in this episode.
Oh yeah, at least.
So I'm gonna easily. So 7. So like
Yeah.
I'm gonna post one every fucking day, and I'm gonna make sure that I post one clip every single day. I'm gonna set a reminder in my phone for me to post clips every single day.
Yeah, dude.
And then I also want to start posting a little bit more stand-up stuff too. But that sucks doing too because you don't want to give away too many jokes. And
I kind of just, if I'm feeling it, I'll post it. If I burn a joke, I burn a joke. I'm just hoping that drives me to keep writing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I get people, you know, they're
Yeah.
worried about burning through material, so that's why people post a lot of crowd work stuff online. But I don't mind.
I don't have any crowd work stuff to post. I've never really done it. I've done a little, like not really crowd work. Like I've like talked to the crowd. I've never like interacted with the crowd. I've joked with the crowd.
I don't-
in like gigs.
I think it's an important skill set to have, and I definitely need to work on it. But it's
hard to work on it. Where do we work on it? You know,
it's hard to work on it. But I guess I'm just
you can't really work on it at a mic.
not really. I mean, yeah, because something like, you know,
You can.
other comics. I mean, you can, but like, I'm not against it. I think it's an important skill to work on. I just don't think it's the main skill. I think the main skill is writing.
Material for sure. Yeah.
So, you know,
I think crowd work is something you pick up as you're starting to do more and more shows.
yes.
Which I actually have 3 next month.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, I came back and Ron.
What are the dates?
Well, I'm still waiting on a date from Ron.
Nice.
Because I ran into him. He's like, hey JT, what's new, man? He's like, I told him what happened and stuff. He's like, holy shit. He's like, don't worry, I haven't forgot about you, by the way. He's like,
Nice.
I had a bunch of shows get pushed back.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll get you a date for September. I'm like,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
cool. And then I got September. Hang on 1 second. This one is September 20th in Janesville. I'm doing 5 minutes.
Nice.
That's for the suit. I got to give you this dude's information. I literally just sent him a joke and he booked me.
Nice. Hell yeah.
He's out of like Janesville and like Rockford. And,
Good shit.
So he booked me, and then Billy Long booked me for a show in, let's see, the next day,
Nice. Back to back.
21st. So I got a show on the 20th and 21st.
That's a tour right there, brother.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna be fucking living large that weekend, dude. Fucking Cora's gonna be bringing me breakfast or something.
What she usually get you?
She usually makes breakfast, and
Nice. Even
she's
better.
I trained her. I'm a really good cook.
Yeah.
I trained her to be the breakfast chef.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
so
a good
she-
husband.
So she literally does make really good breakfast though. So
Nice.
she makes this really good breakfast casserole.
Oh,
It's
that
fucking
sounds dope.
fire.
Breakfast casserole. I never heard of that. That sounds fire.
She'll just take potatoes, onions, get those good, and then scrambled eggs
Nice.
and fucking it's just sausage and it's delicious.
Oh.
Cheese, yeah. But dude, I'm the dinner chef.
You're the dinner chef?
Oh yeah.
What do you
dude.
like to grill? What do you use?
Grill?
What's your-
I smoke. I fucking I got a Blackstone. I got a pellet grill.
Nice. Oh, those pellet grills are so fancy. The Trigger one?
Oh, it's a Pit Boss. Same thing.
yeah,
It's
whatever.
just cheaper.
Yeah, it's same. Yeah.
Today I made some fucking really good burgers on them.
Nice.
That's the first time I made burgers on it.
Oh, yeah?
I first thing I made on it was a 12-pound brisket.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fucking tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Who doesn't love brisket?
I got a lot of fucking hobbies, dude. I got comedy. Comedy's more of a passion, not really a hobby. It's past the,
It's past hobby.
It's past hobby. At
It's
this
a
point.
vocation at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So smoking meats, golf.
Nice.
Fuck. What else? There's other stuff. Fishing now. I just started fishing now since my stuff in my back.
Nice.
But yeah, fishing's fun.
Fishing
You
is
like
fun.
fishing?
I mean, as a kid, it was definitely boring, but as an adult, I enjoy it more. I have more patience for it.
Yeah, so I went out to Michigan a couple weeks ago to visit my best friend Jake. He actually just got engaged the weekend before we came out there.
Congratulations, Jake.
Yeah, congratulations, Jake. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we went out there and we went fishing for fucking 4 days, and I caught 3 bass. And yeah, there's one of them.
God damn.
Yeah, I caught that. My wife caught a couple.
Good shit.
She caught 6 fish actually.
Damn.
She caught 3 bluegill and 3 bass.
Wow.
And then
wife's a pro.
Yeah, and then fucking 2 weeks ago, we went up to Wisconsin to my cousin's lake house, and we went on the boat and went fishing, and I caught a northern on a brand new pole that I fucking bought when I was in Michigan. I caught 1 bass on it, and then this one northern, and it snapped. I caught that fish, though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Good shit, dude.
My first northern, yeah.
Luckily, a nice night, too.
Yeah.
Blue sky.
Yeah, it was a very nice night. But yeah, dude, I just took up fishing. It's pretty relaxing. It's something I want to be able to do something, because I want to be able to do something fun with my son that's cheaper.
I got a good fishing story about my dad. Yeah. So when I was like 11 years old, or like, I think I was even younger than that. I think I was like 10. I was in 5th grade. My dad woke me up one day at like 3:30 in the morning and dragged me to the city. It's like an hour drive. And we meet up with his buddy. And my dad and his buddy are just like, 2 beer belly fat fucks. You know what I mean? With like, just like the grossest scruff and just like, just pretty much both like drunks, but my dad was sober this morning and so was his buddy, and they're like, we'll go fishing, bring your son with. And they bring me out to Lake Michigan, and the first fish that my dad catches, he picks it off the line and he looks at it, and then he just smashes it on the boat.
Oh my God.
And it just like, I just see a little blood splatter, and the fish just like is like dead and just slips into the water. And as a 10-year-old, like I was still at that age where I like, I love animals and puppies and cats.
Started crying.
I was just like, what the fuck? And my dad looks over to me. He's like, no, you gotta do that. They're an invasive species. They're goby fish.
Oh, okay.
And they eat all the good eggs of the good fish.
Okay.
And so I was like, holy fuck. And then my dad said, yeah, me and mom were gonna do that with you, but she thought you were cute. She wanted to keep you.
You should make that a bit.
I'm trying to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm trying.
yeah.
It's just a cute story now.
I like that. That's funny. Oh man. Yeah.
But I don't mind fishing now. Like as an adult, I appreciate it more.
Yeah.
And like,
especially if you can get on a boat. If you get on a boat
and just have some beers and just enjoy
beers
the
in the boat and just go fishing. Dude, it's sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was really nice because we, my buddy Jake, his fiance, her family has a lake house, and they had a pontoon, so we just drove the pontoon.
I love pontoon.
We just went trolling around the whole fucking perimeter of the lake and just fished around people's piers and just caught a shit ton of bass.
Pontoon boats are sick. They're like stages that you just like sip and drink beer on. I mean, I don't mind speed boats, but like pontoon boats, you just chill.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think if I ever bought a boat, I think I'd probably buy a pontoon.
I love them.
I think so. Speaking of that, so like my in-laws, they've had this boat, since I've been with my wife. We've been together for 8 years.
Wow. Congrats.
Thanks. Yeah, this year actually we've been dating for 8 years.
Nice.
And they've had this pontoon, and it's never worked. And they finally got it working this year.
Yeah.
He paid $1,100. That's all it took. After 8 years,
wow,
all he had to pay was $1,100.
I wonder how much it costs. Just
that was
thing.
$1,100 to fucking fix the thing. Like that's all he had to do was fucking fix the thing. So anyway, he got it fixed finally.
Nice.
So we went. He takes me out on it last weekend for the first time. We go out on Sunday on the chain. This fucking dude. Okay, so we're done for the day. We're getting the boat out. Whatever. We got the boat on the. I'm on the pier holding the boat while Cora's dad's going to get in the truck to put it back on the boat.
Yeah.
And this fucking dude is backing his boat up down the launch. He backs it up a little too far. Whatever. His wife is like holding the ropes or whatever to get it off the fucking trailer. Doesn't even have the boat unhooked. I don't know why she's holding the ropes. But anyway, this dude gets out of his truck and like goes onto the pier. Okay. His truck starts backing up very, very slowly. God. Slowly.
Slow motion horror story.
And he jumps back in the water and jumps into his truck. And the truck's like half in the water.
Wow.
And it goes back and back and back.
Bro, that shit's dangerous.
Underwater. And he jumps out of his truck because people are like, dude, get out of the fucking truck.
Yeah, for sure.
And this thing goes underwater and they had to fucking...
Oh, yeah, a picture of it?
So I called my mom and told her about it. Yeah. And like they were on their way up to Wisconsin for dinner.
I've seen so many of these videos, just reels on Instagram or just like Reddit of just like people not knowing how to dock their boats. That's why I'll never own one because I'll be one of these jagoffs that end up in the water.
Yeah, this fucking dumbass.
Oh my god, dude, that's like all the way in, bro.
Yeah, underwater, dude.
Well, at least those windshield wipers are above water.
Because those boat launches drop off.
Oh my god,
they drop off like 10. It's like 10 feet deep. Right.
I mean,
there.
that totals the car, right? There's no.
I would assume so.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that dude, I'm like, it's so funny it happened. I'm like, it's safe to say that guy's not going boating, or that guy's not going driving home. So like, if I
dude, all that guy wants to do is pay his mortgage on his house right now.
if that's me, like, 'cause that's a pretty nice truck.
Yeah.
If that's me, that guy's. I'm like, all right. I'm telling that towing company, take that truck.
Yeah.
To wherever. I'm getting on my boat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to a bar. I'm going to Blarney's Island, and I'm getting shit faced, and I'm fucking parking my boat at a fucking. I'm sleeping on my boat.
I'm sleeping on my boat at a dive bar,
and I'm calling in sick for because it was a Sunday. I'm calling in sick on Monday, and I'm not coming in. My fucking truck my truck. Yeah, my truck's up.
I would have a drink too. I mean, what can you do at that point? Just forget about it for
like,
the night.
Dude,
try not to be too pissed.
I was like, how does
it's
that
not going to get angry, folks?
Yeah.
Don't be too angry.
It's like, how does that even happen, dude? Like,
yeah.
Just what was my parents said that they heard the tow company talking. The truck was in drive. The dude got out of the fucking truck. If he would have put it in park, he would have been fine, I think. He put it in fucking drive. He left it in drive and got out of the truck like a fucking idiot. People are dumb. But apparently the towing company says it happens a lot.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
It's like, dude.
Sure, there's montages of it.
I wonder what the fine is.
For towing?
The fine for your car, like the EPA fine.
Oh, pollution.
Yeah.
That's probably more expensive than the towing fine.
Oh yeah, easily. The tow's probably like fucking $300 probably. Oh, but actually probably more with the wrecker.
Oh my god.
The wreckers probably are way more because the normal tows, probably like $100 something bucks depending on where you got to go. But a fucking wrecker, those are like a couple hundred.
God damn.
Yeah. So that guy fucked up big time.
Royally.
Yeah.
But his wife wasn't too happy.
Yeah.
His kid was in the back seat.
When we were leaving, his wife was giving him a big hug. Like she felt bad for him.
Oh,
yeah.
Wasn't that sweet? Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, god damn it.
That hug was actually just for show. When she hugged him, she whispered in his ear, she's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you when we get home.
You're not a man. You can't back up a trailer.
This is why I'm cheating on you, dumb fuck.
Oh, fuck. You got any shows coming up?
I got one show right now at Red Room Comedy Club coming up on August 24th. Come on down. I got a guest spot. Killer Comics.
At the Red Room, huh? Fuck
the Red Room, dude.
Who booked it?
Harry Vajayjay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Who's that?
He is a local Chicago comedian. He's an MC. I believe Harry's like pretty much a regular at Zany's. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you are because you host it like constantly. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And he hosts the Red Room a lot. He's all over the place. Harry's Harry really cares about like other comedians' development.
That's cool.
He runs an open mic Tuesdays at Surge Billiards. It's in the back of Surge Billiards. It's past the pool tables. It's a nice actual stage room in the back of the pool hall called the Pocket.
In the city?
In the city, yeah. It's on.
Maybe I'll go to that Tuesday.
It's in Logan Square Tuesdays. Sign up is 6:15 p.m. in person.
Ooh, that sucks.
But they give you feedback. It's nice. You know what I mean?
It sucks that it's that early though.
But there's other mics after that too. I try to hit up. On Tuesdays I try to hit up Harry's mic and then Glenwood and then Duck Duck.
Ooh,
yeah.
Maybe I'll try to do that with you. Are you gonna try to hit 3 Tuesday?
Yeah, I usually try to.
All right. Well, yeah. Maybe I'll try to do that with you on Tuesday then.
Cool.
Because I'm not going on Monday, and then I'm gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. I think.
Dope. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Monday I'm gonna try and hit up.
I want to make sure I have some new shit to do at some of them. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
I don't want to keep doing the same set I've been doing, but that was just I did that for the competition mics.
Yeah.
But I really really liked Make Me Laugh. I wasn't really sure how I was gonna feel about it because it was like I got there and it said BYOB. I'm like fuck. I went back down to the liquor store. I went back down to the liquor store and grabbed myself a vitamin water and a water and shit, which was fine. It was just like I'm so used to being able to grab a beer, you know.
Bro, Mo Ali, who runs Make Me Laugh, is doing a killer job. He's been running that mic since at least last year, and I've slowly seen him like develop it over time. Like he's updated the lighting, he's got more chairs, he's got like dividers.
I mean that fucking neon sign he's got is just
he's got the apparel for it. You know what I mean?
That neon sign is a really nice touch.
It's a nice touch, yeah.
It's like off left, left side of the stage. It's like perfect.
Honestly,
it's like I think where comedy cellar. That's where theirs is.
yeah.
On the left, it's like it's perfect.
I think the best, like the people that, well, personally, just from like my experience, the people that aren't at Lincoln Lodge and Zanies, the people that are like up and coming bookers and just like comedians alike, Mo Ali, Amy Simon, and Ron Bloom, those three people really fucking care about the comedy scene. I think they're going to blow it up in the future more and more.
Yeah, that's why I also really liked working with Amy because I knew it was going somewhere.
Yeah,
it still is going somewhere.
Yeah,
but
I said, hey, any comics, anyone that's interested in co-producing or even hosting just a couple mics, or hell, if you just want to come on down and compete, Gauntlet, okay, 4500 North Elston O'Donnell's Friday nights.
Yep, guys, this is the mic that I used to co-produce.
Yes,
Gauntlet.
Yes.
It's down at O'Donnell's in Chicago now every Friday.
Between your hard work and Amy's hard work, a lot of
mainly
great. I
got the spot in the beginning, and then.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a group effort. But I'm just saying, this mic is phenomenal. I've seen all different tiers of comics come through this mic. I've seen comedians that regularly at Zanies come through, Lincoln Lodge, beginning newbies, open micers, but it's like all tiers of comedians compete at this mic, and it's kind of like. I mean, it's like a little tiny mini Kill Tony. It's so many different tiers of comedians that come in and compete, and sometimes comics who are like been consistent within the past 3 years do terrible compared to an open micer that just started, and an open micer will, win the finals in the competitive mic and then go on to get a spot at the Vixen.
Yep.
It's kind
of see what I told Amy whenever we first started it, I wanted the judges to be able to talk afterwards.
Yeah, they should
give input.
Yeah,
but with that, you wouldn't be able to have as many comics. You'd have to cap it at 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that would be the only downfall of it. But that was obviously that was her idea. It was her idea to have something like Take a Shot. Take a Shot was where she got it.
Yeah,
from.
Take a Shot, my buddies. And I just like that competitive format because you don't see it often.
You used to be able to get a spot at Zanies through that one.
And then Take a Shot?
Yeah, and then you used to be able to get one at Laugh Factory, and then it just kept going down, I guess.
Well, I think Laugh Factory, they still do bucket pulls Tuesday nights, which I got to hit up again. I haven't been pulled from the bucket yet. I've signed up 6-7 times.
Yeah.
And I haven't been pulled up once.
It's a waste of time.
I think they're just passing up my name. They're like, oh, fuck, don't pull. Yeah, but I will try it again, but it's bucket draws,
Yeah. See, the one thing, when Amy and I talked, when we first got together to do co-producing together, Amy, that's what she wants to do. She wants to run shows.
Yeah.
She her goal is to not be a comedian. She just wants to be a producer, which I get. But I told her, I'm like, I think it'd be cool to dip my toes into the producing, which I did.
But you want to be a comedian.
I want to do comedy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So it's like,
why do can I ask you something? Why do you want to do comedy? I don't know if anyone's ever directly. Well, actually, I got two questions for you. But my first question for you is, why did you want to get into comedy?
So, when I was a kid watching Dane Cook, I always thought it was just super cool, just getting up on stage and telling jokes was super funny. That was just the coolest thing ever. And I always was the class clown. I was always making the entire class and sometimes the teacher laugh and shit. I was like, I'm funny. And then I was I never thought stand-up comedy. I was I never, I always thought about doing it, but I never was looked into doing it.
Yeah.
I never thought of oh yeah, I'll never do stand-up comedy. Yeah, right.
What was the night that triggered it for you to start doing stand-up? For you to think hey, I'll sign up for my first open mic ever.
I think first of all, the podcast is what sparked it. So the podcast, I think I had done 5 podcast episodes.
Yeah.
And I had been watching a lot of Joe Rogan and watching a lot of comedy podcasts.
Was this during COVID?
Right after COVID. This was 20. Yeah. This was after COVID. Because during COVID, I was actually doing music stuff. Cause I used to do metal screaming and shit.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've gone through stages of I was writing music and I was
you're an artist. Express yourself.
I was in a band for a minute. We never did any shows, but we were going to, and we wrote a bunch. I'll show you a song after this too.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Anyway, it was just a lot of. I forgot where I was going with this.
What night triggered you to sign up for your open mic? Your first open mic.
So we're doing. I'm doing the podcast or whatever. Probably 20. Yes, this is 2022 is when we started it, or 20. 2023, actually. Yeah, 2023 is when we started. Anyway, I'm doing the podcast. I'm just starting to get into watching a lot of stand-up comedy. And because I think I was probably watching it for like a good year and a half, 2 years before I really started. Like when I was working nights at the tollway, I was like, because there's a lot of downtime. I was writing a lot.
Nice.
I wrote a bunch of jokes. I'm like telling people I'm gonna try it one day. I'm gonna try it one day. Like I wrote.
Were a lot of your jokes like the freaks you'd meet at the toll booth?
Oh, I wasn't like working there. I wasn't doing the toll booth. I was like
gotcha.
working on the road.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to like.
No, you're good.
You're better than that.
No, they don't even have toll booth workers anymore.
Oh, it's just robots.
Yeah, it's all cameras.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there where I literally wrote like probably a 10-minute set. And I was just sitting to myself. I'm like thinking, fuck, I want to do it. You remember Frank, right? Frank had actually done.
Oh yeah.
The glasses. He had actually done a stand-up class at DePaul when he went there, and he actually did Zany's Rosemont when they had their. What do you think about their finals night?
What do you think of those classes? What's your opinion on those?
I mean, it was a college class, so like his was cool as shit.
Yeah,
like he got to do a set at Zany's at the end of it for his final.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know about like the classes like that they're offered at like Second City or anything.
Yeah,
I took
one at Second City.
I would kind of consider it.
Yeah, it can help. You know, it can definitely. I think it helps. I think it's good for beginners in terms of like how to hold a mic and shit like that, and maybe some basic advice on how to address an audience, eye contact, and maybe how to write like a premise even or come up with a punchline. But I feel like it's. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is something you can teach. You can teach fundamentals, but you can't teach how to create your own voice.
I would take an improv class.
An improv class would be cool. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
but yeah, so like I literally just decided one night I was like, you know what? I have this fucking material written.
Yeah,
and I just watched I think I just watched Shane Gillis's like YouTube special or something. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I googled open mics near me, and there was this one at Mackey's Hideout, this little dive bar. This little bar that puts on like ska shows, like fucking like hippie shows. And every Monday they have an open mic. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go.
For all art forms, not stand up?
All art forms. Yeah. And it was a music open mic.
Yeah.
And me and Frank were the only people doing stand up. Frank was so fucking drunk that when he did his set, you couldn't understand a word he was saying.
Just gibberish.
It was so bad.
Kind of like that one mic dude. He's nice, but short mic.
Worse than him.
Oh wow, okay.
You couldn't understand a word he was saying. So anyway, I go up there. I did my first set, and like I got laughs.
Nice.
And a couple of people. I mean, there was like probably 8-10 people there probably watching. Yeah. And the people that were taught when I was done, they're like, that was really funny. I'm like, oh nice, that was my first time. They're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that was my first time. They're like, I never would have guessed. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, that was the first. I'm like, and it was like a 10-minute set. It was my first set.
Nice.
I was like, fuck, I'm gonna try it again. So I went to another one at this brewery. It was called Black Lung Brewery in Round Lake. It was another music open mic. Did the same set. Killed again.
Nice.
I was like, sweet.
Yeah.
So I did the same open mic the next week. Or it might have been a week or two later. Same mic. And bombed terribly.
Yeah.
And then
there you go. There's a little reality for you, Torgy.
Well, I mean, it was like I was like, oh, so you know what? This is a music open mic. I'm the only one doing comedy here.
Yeah.
I need to go to a comedy club. Then I tried LOL. It was the first one I did.
Ladies of Laughter?
No, the
LOL. What's LOL?
Laugh Out Loud.
Yeah, Laugh Out Loud.
In Schaumburg. Oh, it's gone now. In Schaumburg, it's done. They used to do first and third Sundays.
I forgot about them. I remember seeing that on the list, but I never hit it up.
That one was a good one. I liked that one. It was at like an actual club. It was.
How did that go there?
You could pay $5 to get a for sure spot, so you could pick whatever spot you wanted. So that was good. But I liked that one, so I did that one. And then when I was there, I met this one dude that made a joke about me after my jokes.
Oh.
So I went up to him. I was like, he's like, oh, I'm sorry about that, dude. It was just there. I'm like, oh, that was funny, dude. It's fine. And then he sent me the spreadsheet. Yeah. And then told me about he told me about the Red Room.
What was his name? Do you remember him? Do you remember what comic? Let's call him out.
He doesn't go there anymore. I don't even think he lives in the area. Hang on.
So he roasted you after
Michael Hasenkamp.
Oh.
He is this guy. I don't know if he looks familiar.
Comedy Cellar. Is he a Chicago comedian?
Yeah.
Oh, That's cool.
I guess he's still doing comedy though.
Nice.
I don't know where he lives anymore. But anyway, so he told me about the Red Room, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll check out the Red Room, and then that's when I started going to the Red Room because I was working nights when I started doing comedy, so I could only do comedy Tuesday and Wednesday nights. But I always just did Wednesday. I would do Red Room and then Easy Bar.
Why do you tell you Red Room?
That's where he used to go all the time.
Oh, that's it. That was his training wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems to be a lot of comics training wheels.
Well, dude, like a lot of the people, like a lot of the suburb comics that I know, like Jack and Allison, all those guys, they've never been there. So this week, Allison's going with me this week.
It's
to
good
the Red Room. She's like, because I've told her, I'm like, I fucking love that room.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
That's like the first, like, because I mean, like, I would love to do a show there. Because I that's just such an intimate room. You know, sits what?
It's phenomenal. I love it.
What, maybe 60 people in there?
About, yeah.
And it's just like, dude, it's such a cool room.
It feels just how a comedy room should feel. At least like an intimate space one. You know, not like obviously like a theater. But
I met Nick Hannick the first night. Do you remember?
Yeah, Nick's hilarious.
I haven't seen Nick in a while.
Nick is a smart dude. Nick reminds me.
You still see him there?
I think occasionally I'll see him, but I haven't seen him in a minute. At least not like at open mics. But obviously there's a lot in Chicago. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe we're just not passing the right ones.
Yeah.
But, I actually alternate on Wednesdays.
I felt so bad because he came all the way up here for the podcast. I mean, you know, how long was the drive for you? Like an hour?
Yeah, just about a little over.
Yeah, it took him like an hour and a half to get here and like to do the podcast. And like, first of all, I fucked up the video. So we only had audio, and Frank was so drunk he fell asleep.
Well, I mean, you don't need video for that, right? You don't need video of Frank snoring.
It would have made a fucking great reels. It was also 2.
It would have been a great reel.
It was also 2 in the afternoon when he fell asleep. So.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, it was bad.
Dude, Nick's hilarious. Nick almost reminds me of a dude that could be like if one of the guys on New Girl dies, Nick could replace them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it just seems like he would fit like a sitcom character so well, and I mean that like in a complimentary. I think that's a hard role to fill. You know what I mean? To be an actor and shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a minute, dude. I know him and Christian. Whatever
Christian Blavemeyer?
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
I know those him and then that Melvin Gordon guy, they have that insert name comedy or
Melvin's
whatever.
funny too, yeah.
They had insert name comedy at the Red Room for a while. They're still doing that?
I think so. Or maybe I think they moved to a different location. I forget.
I don't know, dude. That'd be cool with this. I want to start a showcase.
There might be a Lincoln Lodge now.
I want to like get in at like Red Room and like run, like, you know.
You should want to get in everywhere. Again, Red Room, Lincoln Lodge.
I've never been to Lincoln Lodge. Never even seen it.
I've been to Lincoln Lodge a handful of times for the open mics, and I've been there for not performing, obviously, just support other comedian showcases, just to be there. But it's a great. I should go there more. I'm probably. I don't know. I don't know why I don't hit up Lincoln Lodge more. I mean, that's where a lot of the greats go in Chicago. Lincoln Lodge is actually probably like, I mean, it's the next tier above Red Room, you know. And then it's like Zany's and Laugh Factory. So
we should like go there for open. When's there open mics there?
Mondays and Tuesdays. They have multiple open mic nights. Sometimes 3 nights, I think. But for sure, I think Monday and Tuesday nights.
Oh, we should probably go there then.
Yeah, 100%. No, I that's my. I want to get more acquainted with like Red Room and clubs of that tier, but I want to hit up Lincoln Lodge too.
Maybe I want to go to Lincoln Lodge. That's like the one you always hear about, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what That's what when Brandon Kiefer was on Kill Tony. And Tony asked him, like, what clubs do you perform at? What do you hit up? I think his main answer was Lincoln Lodge.
Yep.
You know, and that's kind of a staple of the Chicago comedy scene that I would love to be a part of more so.
Yeah, I mean, I got to do that roast battle, Zany's. That was really cool to perform there. I want to do my own shit there.
Dope.
Being in that green room was sick, dude.
It
was very surreal. I went on stage very nervous.
Who cares, dude? We're all work in progress.
Yeah, no, it was like I said, I was just so like surreal with the moment. The fact that I was like at Zany's, I was like, holy fuck, I'm at Zany's. Dude.
Yeah, it's a dope feeling.
Because I went back. So like I have this book. It's called I'll show it to you. It's called The Comedy Bible.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an audio book that I downloaded a while ago. Manny Petty told me about it a long time ago.
Manny's hilarious.
Yeah, he is, and he started like right when because he just started like last year when I started. He told me that he had just started like getting back into it like heavily.
Yeah.
He said he took a break for a while or whatever, but he said he just started reading this new comedy Bible, and he did the workbook, and she's like, dude, this shit helped, and then all of a sudden he just started blowing up.
It's awesome.
And so I started doing this book, and one of the things it tells you in the beginning, it tells you to write like a comedy goal.
Yeah.
And it says write a 1-year goal. And I went back into it and I looked, and it said in August, Cora and I had just gone and saw a comic at Zany's, and it said in in 1 year I will have performed at Zany's on stage, and it
Hell
was
yeah,
literally.
dude. Manifest that shit, brother.
I was like, I read it after the fact, and I was like, whoa, that's actually really cool. I met my goal. Yeah, I didn't get booked on my own.
Yeah.
On my own, like doing. I got it through roast battle, which is what it is. But yeah, man, this is like I said, I'm happy to be back in the scene, dude. It's just like I said, I come back and I get booked for 3 shows.
Hell yeah, dude. You got to manifest that shit. You got to have like goals like that, big and small. Like even small goals like that, just like I'm gonna be at Zanny's in 1 year. That's good. But I think it's cool too to have like bigger goals, like just in the back of your head.
My big goal right now is like I'm gonna do a 15-minute set this year.
Hell yeah, dude.
Or a 20-minute set.
I have such a fucking like arbitrary goal that I want out of comedy. And you know what it is?
What is it?
You know what? You know it's actually my biggest dream in comedy. I've thought about this more and more. It sounds so stupid, but honestly, like the moment I find myself playing, and if he's still around, and I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to like get to this atmosphere of comedy, but if I'm playing a pickup basketball game with Adam Sandler, just from sheer just like networking and being on the stand-up scene, I happen to bump into him. And he's like, let's just shoot some hoops.
That's epic. That'd be epic.
That would be like, and in my brain, I'm like, manifest that shit. You know, I'm not even one of those hippie, dippy, crystal rock smoking ladies. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, whatever.
Right,
I mean,
right.
like, I really am trying to like spiritually be like, I need that, you know?
I told one of my buddies when I first started, I'm like, dude, we were watching something with Shane Gillis and he was drinking beers. And I'm like, I don't even like Bud Light. But my goal in life is to sit down and hang out and drink Bud Lights with Shane Gillis.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And like,
that's a dope one too.
Because I feel like I'm the same person. I feel like me and him would get along so well.
Yeah.
Because like we both like love sports. We both, I don't know. It's just so funny. And it's so funny that like, the whole like loving the World War II shit.
Yeah.
Like he talks about that.
Oh yeah.
In his new special.
Historians.
You know, when he's like, you know, he's like, if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, and you can't stop watching World War II stuff, don't worry, it's coming. Like he's like, you think you're cool right now. You're cool and liberal.
I remember that joke. He's like, you're gonna turn into your dad. He's like, you don't see it now, but you're gonna turn into your dad.
He's like, you think your dad just graduated high school, and he's like, all right, well, it's time to be a prick about everything. Like, dude, his jokes, man, are just
they're great.
He's so funny. And I was just listening to Rogan the other day, and he said that Shane's newest shit that he's been working on at the Mothership is even funnier than his last special.
It's crazy.
How?
He's just gonna keep on getting better. He's just one of those guys that does not get worse.
It's just so cool to see, and it's just like I want that so bad, but like he worked at it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what sucks is I really like I know it takes so much, and like people at work were like telling me like I got back from paternity leave or whatever, and people are like, well, why don't you just get booked more? Why don't you just be funnier? I'm like, dude, do you have any idea what it takes to get booked like regularly?
Yeah.
Like how much work it takes, how many mics you have to go to,
yeah,
how often you have to be at mic. You have to be writing every day. You have to be at mics every fucking day. Like you can't just go there and tell me book me.
Yeah, you just gotta quietly grind it. It's like if someone, you know, it's like, you know, when you get on
quietly grind and also reach out though too. You also gotta from what I've learned from Amy was telling me too, and fucking Stephanie, reach out to bookers, send clips.
Yeah, you do.
Because you have to reach out to people.
You have to.
Because I thought to myself, I was like sitting, you know, like I was 6 months in. I'm like, fuck, nobody's reached out to me. And then I reached out to Stephanie, and I got to do the Vixen.
Then I think a lot of bookers are willing to give people chances, and I should reach out more myself. I really don't reach out as much as I am. I just think I'm probably
get a good 5-minute clip together and send it around.
I feel like I already have 2 or 3 of them. To be honest, I'm just kind of sitting on them.
Send one to Stephanie, dude.
Yeah,
you can get the Vixen easily.
Yeah. Is she at the Stephanie
Robertson?
She's working the Vixen?
She books all the Vixen, yeah.
Oh no shit! I had no idea.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, shoot her a message, dude.
Yeah.
Send her a clip. That's usually all she asks for is a clip.
That's dope.
Because she said when I first did it, she's like, yeah, just send me a clip. So I sent her one. She's like, yeah, for sure you can do it. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, I just asked people to send clips because I've had people say that, like when I first started booking it, she had people that she said that they did stand up.
Yeah.
And they just get up there
and they just fucking lie.
They've never done it before and they just bomb. And
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta show some proof. I get that. Right. Yeah.
So
I wouldn't expect I mean, like the spot that I got at the Red Room, like Harry, who booked me for it, he's seen me perform. So obviously, like, he knows what my style of comedy is to the point where he feels confident enough to like give me a shot.
Dude, the Vixen though, man, I've done it 3 times now. The first time I did it, there was about 130 people there.
Yeah.
Second time I did it, there was about 151. No, it was probably close to 200.
Nice.
And then the last time I did it, it was for the Stephanie put together this Vixen's Favorites showcase.
That's awesome.
And the 3 times I've done it, there's been, or 2 times I did it before that, there was huge crowds because we're local.
Yeah.
You know, me and Blake are local. So we were part of the Favorites showcase.
That's awesome.
So it was me and Blake,
Yeah.
John Diaz, or he was.
Oh, yeah.
He was John Silman
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
His fiance Sarah Perry.
Yeah.
Who else was there? There was 2 other. Jason Cross, I think was one of them, and then there was one other guy. Anyway, Steph's been having me open, so I opened the last 2 times I was there.
Nice.
And the last time I did it, I'll show you that set before you leave.
Yeah. When was this? When was the last time you were there?
That was June.
Nice.
It was a Friday night too, and there was well over 200 people there, bro.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And I fucking murdered.
Hell yeah.
And I opened too.
Nice.
So that was really cool.
How long was your set?
12 and a half minutes.
Nice. Good shit.
Yeah.
Dope.
So yeah, dude, it was super cool. Like 200 people. It was so funny because I had these shits all day at work. Literally, I shit like 12 times that day.
You got all the nerves out, all the physical nerves.
I ate something bad the night before or something, dude. Literally, because I had this shit like pissing out of my ass.
It brought you something good.
And then I literally right before we left, like I took a nap, and then right before we had to leave, because I took the day off of work that day to do this show, and right before we left, I got some fucking Coke and some fucking Coca-Cola.
Yeah, there you go. Clarifying that one, right?
Some Crown and Coke. Yeah. I had myself a big fat Crown and Coke on the way to go pick up Blake.
Nice.
And then because Cora drove us, and then we got to the venue, and I had 2 more Crown and Sprites while we were there. Did 2 of those.
There you go.
Felt great. And then I did like 2 shots and had another Crown and Coke. So I had like 6 drinks before I got on stage.
Look, does that ever fuck with your memory? Never, huh?
5 to 6 drinks before I get on stage is like the number.
What if you have more than that?
I've never really done it.
That's good.
Well, I should say throughout the night, like hosting at like writer's room, I'd get pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I mean,
but my set's already over at that point.
Yeah, that's different.
Or I've actually done a set pretty drunk at the fucking writer's room. That was actually a really funny night because they had a really big concert out at the Vixen that night. And it was like a bunch of it was like some country dude that a bunch of chicks liked. So like there was a shit ton of chicks rolling through the Gambler at the end of the night.
Oh, I remember that. I was there that night. Yeah.
I remember I was singing. I was singing on autotune.
Dude, I remember Blake had like 2 like freaking milfs dancing with him on stage towards that.
Dude, I was singing in an autotune to all the girls walking in.
That's funny.
I'm like, you're the hottest girl in the bar.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, it was funny, dude. Yeah, but no, like I said, yeah, dude, hit up Stephanie, man. The Vixen is. Have you been to the Vixen?
I don't think I've ever been there.
Bro, it is a really fucking... It's an old movie theater.
Yeah.
It's like an old one-screen movie theater. So, like, dude, like, you can... If they, like, pushed it, like, fucking packed it to the gills, I think they could probably fit, like, 1,000 in there for a fucking...
That's dope.
I think if they packed it to the gills, like, for, a standing room concert, they could put 1,000 in there, probably.
I gotta hit that shit
But, like, they're... Like, comedy shows, I've seen, like, 250 in there for, like, a big show.
Damn.
But like, yeah, our Friday fucking Vixen Favorites showcase was like 200 plus.
Damn.
It was sick, dude.
Nice. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think we're probably almost at 2 hours on this bitch, dude.
Cool, dude. Yeah.
You want to wrap it up?
I'm down, yeah.
When's your show? August 24th?
Show's August 24th. Red Room Comedy Club, Rogers Park. Follow me on Instagram, Samberry777. I used to be Samberry88. But I didn't realize those were hate symbols. So I was getting like a lot of people friending me that were not kind people.
Oh, Jesus.
So I changed it to 777. I figured that's luckier and that's angel numbers.
It's one above Satan, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm
Hell
good.
yeah,
I'm good. I'm cool. I love everyone.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
We'll have you on again. I'm trying to get a group of it's gonna be me and Blake, and then I'm trying to find 2 more people where we just do like a 3-4 hour podcast where we just get fucked up.
Let's do it.
Just get drunk.
All I need is beer and chips and dip, and I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, dude. We'll just like have one night where we're just like, dude. Yeah, we'll just get all fucked up on like a fucking Friday, Saturday night, and just
do it.
Pod out, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
That'd be cool. Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Sorry for the 3 weeks off, guys, but we're going to be back to every Friday, 6 a.m. Yeah, so we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Peace out.